And welcome back to a different kind of show here tonight, boys and girls. I hope we all survive this journey together. It's going to be a bit of a different show. It's going to be a bit of a rattlesnake, as we like to say here. Oh, yes. First time listeners out there, as you heard, this is a very different kind of show. A place where we don't feel so alone. Joining me tonight, there is no guest. It's just me and Mike. Just me and Mike. Like old times. You know, that's what I really like nowadays. It's just when, me and Mike get together, we do the show, we entertain all of you. At least I hope we entertain all of you. And now Mike, I believe, is ready. Mike, are you here?
Hello, Michael. How are you tonight?
I'm just telling the listeners that they need to pray to Jesus for me.
Yes, I highly recommend you all do the same.
They need to pray for me tonight, that's for sure. I need Jesus tonight, that's for sure. Mike, once again, thank you so much for being a part of the program. It's always an honor and pleasure to be here and do the show with you. It's so much fun. It should be illegal.
It should be, but thank you very much. I always have a great time co-hosting the show with you, so thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I want to tell you something real quick, right
Jump in there.
right off the bat here. If by chance I lose you, there is a possibility we're having a massive windstorm here, and sometimes trees get knocked down, and when they get knocked down, they pull down telephone lines, thus losing power. If I lose you, I'll jump back on when the power comes back on. Just letting you know, if that happens, that might.
Is your life in danger?
No, unless a tree falls on my head, I'm okay. But
Okay, good. Lots of people died out there.
they did.
In Kentucky.
They did.
Oh yeah, tornado.
Oh yeah, no tornadoes, just wind.
I'm hoping a tornado doesn't kill you, Mike.
You and me both, actually.
That's some crazy shit out there.
It is. How you doing tonight?
I am doing very well.
You doing?
I know, right? I like the way you said that.
Hey, how you doing, eh?
Yeah, you sound like a real Italian now.
Yeah, I got that mafia blood.
And I'm the one wearing the leather jacket here.
What are you, cold?
I'm just rocking a leather jacket like I'm cool. Like I'm from the East Coast now.
Let me go put mine on.
You should put yours on, but no, Mike, don't leave me alone here. I don't know what's gonna happen to me here tonight. Who knows? Who really knows? But yes, I'm glad to see all of you out there in the chat room looking at the familiar faces out there. Yes, good evening. And yes, that's Anthony there. And Melissa, Dave, I could barely read the screen in front of me, Mike. I have the monitor set so far back, and my vision already is not good.
Oh, brother.
Not because my vision is not 20/20. It's, you could fill in the rest.
Yep.
I don't need to tell any of you out there. You guys already know. The listeners already know. They walked this tight rope with me plenty of times.
Have they?
I told them this is going to be a bit of a rattlesnake here. This is a very different kind of show. A very different show.
I remember the night we did, this was a couple years ago, like I think 2017 or 16. We did
What's
a
that?
show where you guys were drinking. Well, we were all drinking and smoking.
Well,
Yeah, I do.
that was a different time, Mike. That's before I found Christ and before Jesus started speaking to me. Like this morning, I had a vision. I believe Christ spoke to me.
Indeed, what did he say?
He was just saying that, I'm a great man and not to worry about the rumors. It's okay. Well, that's not always said, but that's how he started it off. And I thought, well, that's no way to start a conversation, especially if you are the Christ, the Messiah.
Actually, Christ is not his name. It was just Jesus of Nazareth. Christ is just another name from Messiah, or not Messiah. What is Christ?
I was trying not to get too technical here, but yes.
Okay, sorry.
You're a little technical there, Mike.
Sorry, yeah, but Christ is not his name. Christ was those preachers. So that's what the preachers were called, the martyrs.
Yes, sir. And
Anywho,
yes. It's so good to see everyone out there in the chat room. Always nice. Some familiar faces out there. And here we are again, boys and girls, like a big, happy, dysfunctional family. Isn't this fun, Mike?
Indeed.
This is going to be fun, I promise, boys and girls. Here we are, close to Christmas time, as I mentioned before. This is holiday hell for a portion of America out there, Mike.
You got it.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
even like to drive at this point. I don't even like driving.
You don't even like driving?
Well, you know what? I got to take that back. When I lived in Jersey, I would try to not drive. When I lived back in Jersey.
There you go.
I would try not to drive the week of Christmas because it was just insanity. Like any time I go back to Jersey, it's insanity. So you could imagine during the Christmas holiday, it got even worse. Traffic was just mayhem. Not too terrible out here, though.
New Jersey. I can't even imagine being there right now.
Ugh.
It's probably freezing.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, no. Today was 53 degrees out in Pennsylvania, which means it had to be close to 60 in Jersey.
That's not too bad. And by the way, Mike, the phone lines are working again, by the way.
Good.
In case anyone dares to call in, we like hearing all the Nice little voices out there. We like to hear from the audience. The only bad part is having that number and all of that, Mike. People call in when we're not even live.
Do they really?
They really do. It's really annoying too. It's like, call in when the show's live, then we can talk and interact. But I do like the voicemails they do leave on the phone there. It's pretty funny. I appreciate that part. But yes, boys and girls, if anyone's out there and alive, if anyone has a pulse and not just some older man in their underwear listening to the show, you're in your 60s perhaps. Actually, we want that 60-year-old man to call in that's in their underwear probably listening to the show. I take that back. You are more than welcome to call in. The number is 424-666-2425. Now, don't be scared. I know it's a little spooky hearing me talk to you. It's a little scary. That voice inside your head, I know. It's a little much. I know. That number is 424-666-2425.
25.
There you go. Yes, Mike knows the number. That's a wonderful number. We are live from Laurel Canyon here in California, Southern California. For those that don't know, yes, quite historical out here, lots of history. This is where I'm at. Not physically, but spiritually. That's right. Oh, yes.
By the way, if there's any women out there in their underwear, they can call in too.
Oh, Mike. It's going to be one of those nights, huh?
Well, I want it to be fair. You said, old men in their underwear.
You never know. There could be old women in the underwear listening to the show too.
Fine.
They could call in too. They're big fans of yours as well.
Equal rights.
You have lots of fans, by the way, Mike.
So they say.
You like to sort of, pretend that you don't, but you do have like a bit of an audience yourself, Mike. You sort of like to pretend that you don't for whatever reason. I guess that's you being like humble or whatever.
I'm huge in Lithuania.
You're huge out there? In Australia? Do you know your name?
Yeah. Actually, no, I got a good following in South America.
That's pretty cool. Not so bad. Anthony in the chat says, I'm in racing shorts. Does that count? That does count, I guess. I believe he has like sunglasses on in that display photo there. He must wear shades inside. I used to do that. I would be doing that right now. Maybe in about an hour from now, when I feel even better, maybe I'll have sunglasses on. Who knows? But so far, just a leather jacket. It's pretty awesome. I know you're jealous, but don't worry. It looks good on me.
How about the leather jacket, sunglasses, and underwear?
That would work too, if you're into that sort of thing.
If you're into that.
Dave Paxton says the Lifetime channel has the date movies going on. The date movies? What are those date movies, by the way? Is that like a romantic comedy? Is that what he's referring to, Mike?
That would be on Life.
Lifetime. Well, that's what he said. Lifetime channel.
There you go. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. Oof.
Answer to Anthony's question. That was North Jersey, by the way.
North Jersey. Okay. So, Mike, you are in the chat room, hiding.
I am. Yes.
Are you using JW Sneakery?
No, I'm not on. I'm not typing. I'm just watching.
Are you cloaked? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, I'm so cloaked. I'm not even on.
You're like an agent then.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave that part alone.
Okay.
Jesus lives in Mike.
He sure does.
You sort of are. Well, you were like a Catholic actually at one time.
Born and raised.
That is wild.
Roman Catholic.
I can't even imagine that you were like this kid going to catechism and all that jazz.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Oof, Mike.
I mean, I'm Italian American, so born and raised Roman Catholic. Went to got my penance, communion, and confirmation up until I was 13. Right after I turned 13, my parents sent me to Catholic high school, and that is when I began to start questioning my religion. and
I was like an
started getting
RE,
in a lot of trouble.
and you started listening to REM.
No, not quite.
I'm glad you got the reference, though. I would have felt like a big idiot if I didn't. So thank you. Thanks for laughing, Mike. Warms my heart.
Okay.
So Mike is so Catholic, he basically is saying he was molested by a priest.
No, but
That's
I
very
gotta tell
Catholic.
you an interesting story.
Oh,
Check this out.
I'm
So,
ready.
okay, so freshman and sophomore year in Catholic school, I had to take a language. So I took Italian. Not that I knew how to speak it, but I failed terribly. But the priest who taught the class,
Yes.
Father Paul.
Father
Now,
Paul.
Father Paul was also a teacher, language teacher.
How old is this Father Paul, by the way? Draw a picture
Okay,
for me.
so
What does he look
when
like?
let's see, when I was all right, so when I was a
I gotta
freshman in high
know.
school, he had to be pushing 70,
70.
close to it. Okay, 60s or 70s. He definitely wasn't in his 50s. He wasn't in his early 60s. He had to be pushing late 60s, early 70s. So now, mind you, too, this guy, when my brother, my second oldest brother, went to the same school that I did, he also had this teacher, and they went on trips to Italy, and very close with my family and so forth. Okay, fast forward. So I graduated high school probably about 15 years after I graduated high school from the mid 80s. My family tells me they read in the paper that this priest, Father Paul, was accused of molestation, and shortly after that jumped to his death.
Very nice.
There you go. Jumped to his death. And that was the end of that. Jumped out of a window of a church.
He jumped out of a window of a church.
Sure did.
See, now
Right in
that's
Patterson.
a heartwarming story right there. We love those kind of stories. We love death. We love that sort of thing here every now and then. Let me back that up. Just sometimes, not always, folks. We got to be civil. Not always. He was probably, doing bad things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So maybe
Listen,
that was the universe getting back at him. I don't know. I don't
Michael,
know. We
there's
can't
no
judge him.
doubt in my mind.
We don't
There's
judge.
No doubt in my mind.
We don't judge exactly. We don't have all the facts, but maybe that's the way it goes, folks. Maybe that's what you get in life. Maybe you go ahead.
It. Why would first of all, in the Roman Catholic tradition, suicide is condemning you to hell, to damnation. Okay, so if you commit suicide, you don't go to hell. So
you don't go to heaven.
You're gonna tell me a priest commits suicide by jumping out of a window?
Unless he was thrown out of a window.
Yeah, I sincerely doubt that.
By the kid he was molesting. Or maybe he was possessed by a daemon.
Yes, probably.
Maybe. We don't know that for a fact, but who knows? He might have been perfectly possessed like Father Malachi like to say in the past. Who the hell knows, though? Either way,
nobody knows.
Justice was served.
Yeah, I suppose.
It was a divine intervention.
Perhaps. All I know is that it was so odd. You hear this thing about this guy being accused of molestation, and then boom, jumps out of the window.
Were you disappointed when you first heard?
No, I mean, I never knew the guy. Listen, he failed me terribly.
He never touched you or anything.
He never touched me. No.
Did that disappoint you?
No, not at all.
Did you feel like a little disappointed, just like a tiny bit?
Like I was disappointed.
Like, were you jealous?
By a priest.
Yeah, you were kind of jealous. Like you kind of felt left out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he didn't touch me. Damn it.
By the way,
do I not look good? Am I ugly?
By the way, my uncle, he once in a while will listen to this program, and he goes, "Why do you pick on Mike so much?" He's like, "Why do you pick on him?" And I'm like, "I don't pick on him. We just have this funny rapport with each other." And it's
really said that?
Yeah, he's like, "Why do you pick on him?" I'm like, I don't pick on Mike. That's just how we are together. Mike is like a bigger brother to me. I love Mike. We all love him. We all love him. We love the birds. We love the energy that Mike brings to all of us. He blesses us with his dark energy. We love that.
Very kind.
Yes, we love that here. But no, I don't pick on Mike. We love Mike. He's a good
I'm just
man.
good at taking a joke. I'm good at taking a joke.
Right.
You can't laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at?
Yes. So, Mike, you've been doing the show for a long time. I give you all the credit in the world.
Thanks, buddy.
You do a great job. And, tonight you might have to drive the show here tonight. I might have to give you the keys. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
We'll find out
in a matter of minutes.
Half an hour.
I don't know. Either way, I might die here tonight. I might die here, folks. So you are listening to perhaps one of the last shows I will ever do.
Are you drinking that chocolate milk I sent you?
I did drink some of that earlier, by the way, and the room was out of control.
Wow.
Actually, I'm lying. I did not drink that. Only in my mind I drank that. Spiritually, I drank it. But let's rewind and tell the listeners exactly what we are talking about. By the way, when you were mentioning this sort of drink, this sort of a liquid drink that you may or may not have sent my way.
May or may not have to. Can I even say that? I mean, can I talk about this on the air? I'll be cryptic, but I mean, all right, okay. All right, so here's the story,
how
listeners.
To hurt me. He pretends to be my friend behind the scene.
Oh, wrong button there. Go ahead.
All right, so listeners, here's the deal. I guess about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I told Michael I had a friend who makes a very special drink, and it combines chocolate, alcohol, and shall we say, a certain plant.
Say no more.
And I told him, I said, listen, I got to send some of this to you because I really think you'll enjoy it. I've been buying it from this person for 20 years now, and it's just my favorite.
You've been buying it from Chris Christie.
Yeah. It's like a liqueur, it's sweet, it's got chocolate in it, and all you need is a shot, and ba-boom, you're like...
It really, it's electrifying.
Yes,
it starts right from the top of your head, and you feel it go all the way down to the tip of your toes.
You are absolutely correct.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Holy shit! I
sent Michael this bottle.
Ooh, it makes you sweat. It makes you want to take off your clothes. It's pretty intense. It's pretty gnarly. The whole room starts spinning when you drink just a little bit of that stuff. And man, Mike, that taste of that chocolate. Ooh, Jesus Christ. It really, really can change your life. It turns you into a Christian. It turns you back into a Christian conservative scared male.
Indeed.
It really does the job, boys and girls. That stuff is good Lord.
Fire or water.
You could say what it is, right?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you. I mean,
Go ahead, tell the listeners.
I mean, cannabis is legal in
where I am.
Say in your country.
In my country, yes.
In your country, it's legal.
In my country, it's legal, yeah.
But no, seriously, it's made with cannabis, and it is just a superb drink. I never had anything like it prior to getting it. And as I said, I've been drinking it for 20 years. So, and it's not cheap either. I mean, it's a $60 bottle.
It's pretty expensive, yeah.
And that was a small bottle.
And it was the small one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
I love that stuff. It's really amazing.
It really is. That is one of the best ones I've ever had, to be honest,
I'm glad you like it.
I really did. Thank you so much for introducing me to that one. I know there's some variations, I think.
Yeah, yes, there is. There's 3 different types of drinks that she makes. In fact, I can't even mention the other 2 on over the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it include heroin?
I'm not going to divulge any information about
Jesus Christ. You did not hear that from me.
Or me.
We will have to delete this episode right now. Heroin as in,
No,
like,
there's no heroin. Don't get people confused, Mike.
I'm kidding
There's no
here. I'm
heroin.
kidding. We're
Okay.
not,
All right.
there's nothing of that nature. We are only joking here.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, we
We'll
don't
have
want to
like the
confuse
CIA
anyone.
yeah, we'll have like the narcotics squad showing up at our doors.
What are you doing with those poppy plants in your front yard, Mike? I gave it up. Can you imagine if we had all these like opium fields growing in our property? Wouldn't that be? Can you
But
imagine?
you can grow poppies in this country. They're not illegal.
I thought that was.
No, no, no. You can't
Oh,
process
you can't
what comes from
process it. Okay.
from the poppy seed.
Oh, okay,
So like
okay. I don't know all the
poppy
laws or the rules of this land in my country, as you say.
in your
In
country.
my country, yes, of California. It kind of is its own country, by the way. For those
It
that don't
is.
know, I'm in California, as you know. Laurel Canyon, that's where I'm at right now. Yes, congratulations to me. That's where I'm at.
All the way out on the left side.
No, spiritually,
Yes.
that's where I am, but physically, I may or may not be there right now. I could pretend that I'm there for the show.
Okay.
Maybe I'm in El Centro and the show is in Laurel Canyon right now.
That would be interesting to see.
That's what's going on right now. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to welcome all the newer listeners that we have out there. Congratulations for finding us. I appreciate all of you very much. You all sort of found this show at the right time. We're sort of closing the year, and you sort of found us at the right time. I would say this is the perfect time to be listening to the show, right around the holidays. People hate the holidays. We love the holidays, but we also hate most people out there. That's just the way we are. That's just the truth. You won't really hear too many other hosts say that sort of thing, but I'm very honest with all of you. I never mislead you. I tell you the truth here. And that's what we like to do here on the show. And once again, we were just saying on the last show that this is sort of a hard time for all of the, well, people here in my country of California. It's a hard time out here for a lot of Americans. Many of the so-called experts say this is the most depressing time of the year, as all of you keep hearing that shit nonstop. But it's true, a lot of people are kind of down about all that sort of thing. And by the way, we just got a donation here, Mike, from
See?
Dave, who says Mike needs a Christmas date. Whoa. He needs a
Okay,
Christmas
people.
date.
Let's calm down.
Sorry, Mike.
Let's take it easy, people, okay?
You kind of do need a Christmas date, though. I kind of feel like you need to walk around like a Vons or something with a mistletoe, get sort of some traction going there for you, Mike.
A bra made out of mistletoe.
Whatever gets the job done. Whatever gets the job done, Mike.
Yeah.
I think it's time. So yes, going back to what I was saying there. Oh, we got a caller. Before we, go into my sort of a rant here about Halloween, before we talk about Halloween here in my country, we will take this call here. I believe they are listening in live. Since this show is live, for those that are wondering, yes, we are live and direct, boys and girls, from Laurel Canyon. I could hear myself in the background. That is never a good sign. By the way, welcome to the program. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
How the
Hi.
heart is beating 1,000 miles an hour.
Just
I'm
like
talking to Michael
mine.
Decon.
My heart is beating too, actually. Before I even started the show, I said, "Be still, my heart." My heart is it's shaking, it's trembling. It's very much like Michael J. Fox right now.
Oh,
Oh, sir, that was kind of
What was that? Is that too much?
that was over the
a little
line,
bit much.
Michael.
Really?
Parkinson's is, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll keep it light here tonight.
Y'all were talking about drugs, cannabinoids, synthesizations of
Yes.
different chemical property. Yeah.
We love that here.
Well, I can show you how to grow psilocybin cubensis and mushrooms if you like.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you might have to email me that.
Well, I don't want to email it so much, but it was just coincidental because I happened to get online and I saw you with I read the description and then I heard about a priest who was molesting children and I
Yeah,
realized all at once
Mike was molested when he was
considering
growing up.
well most of us were, and if you haven't been molested, consider yourself less fortunate. But however,
Yeah, exactly. If you weren't molested, you probably weren't, that good
You're
looking.
probably ugly.
Yeah, you're very
well,
ugly
I
if you
mean,
weren't molested a couple times, growing up. Mike, he's been molested so many times by nuns and priests and his dad. He's been molested various
yeah,
times in his life. It's just that's what happens in life. You get molested, you go to jail, you kill someone.
yeah,
All kinds of things can happen. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, it's true.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
I love you.
But I love you too.
Thank
But
you.
I'm glad to be speaking with you. And
Yes,
of
sir.
course, I was just going to say that I wasn't being
Facetious.
I wasn't being apathetic. I
Ah,
was just
okay,
saying
okay.
psychosis can stir up
Ooh,
because of trauma.
yes.
And, trauma can release you through the
Mike's been
you have to
traumatized, by
understand.
the way.
Yeah, well, most people have been traumatized. They either don't know it or they do know it. You see, traumatization can lie dormant in your subconscious because we as human species,
Right.
we have the ability to compartmentalize much of our emotions and our traumatic experiences. Even though we understand them for what they are, we know how to compartmentalize those situational experiences in time. And because of that realization,
Are you on heroin, by
what
the way?
happened?
The chat wants to know. At least one person in the chat is asking if you are on
I've
heroin.
never actually. No, sir.
No. Okay.
I think most people that dabble with like black tar heroin
Like
typically go to
opiates and
sleep
stuff.
really down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a wrong.
That's a
I don't
different
think that
crowd.
person understands
I'm not really,
narcotics.
yeah, I'm not really into that scene, by the way. We're just
My
joking
voice
around.
yeah, my voice is actually kind of funny, and I've been made fun of it. But maybe that's why.
We like your voice,
I'm
by
like,
the way.
okay,
We
well,
might
thank
even
you.
have to.
I wish it was more
Yeah.
it's a little high tempo. I wish it was more baritone as yourself,
Oh,
but it's not.
it's well,
It's what God gives you.
That's what God gave me. It's what Jesus Christ wanted in my life, and He blessed me. I'm very happy with that, yes. I'm telling you, I turned over a new leaf. I'm not joking around, boys and girls. I am now 100% a Christian.
How do you know it's not
Are you
Yahweh
serious?
or
Are you Christian?
or
I'm
Allah
I'm
or
a Christian
Buddha?
now. I was, well, what
Okay.
I was
What were you before?
baptized.
Were you agnostic or were you agnostic or were you
I was a atheist, and I've just been turned by the sweet
okay?
Lord. It's happened, folks. It
The
happened.
blood of Jesus. Yeah, that's how it happened.
It happened spiritually.
Well, tell me about. I would love to hear it.
Well, actually, it happened in a dream. It didn't really happen physically. It just,
That's how it happened.
it happened mentally. It wasn't really, it didn't really happen, but in my head it happened.
Oh, okay.
That's even better.
It happened with a cap and
Well,
a
I think
stem.
it has to
That's
happen
right.
in the head. It has to be something that's discerned in your spirit, but it also has to be conscientiously perturbed. So I
Right.
think that's a real
It
evaluation.
didn't really, it didn't really happen physically. It's just something that, came in my mind one day when I was waking up. And then I thought, you know what? God spoke to me. That's what happened.
Okay. I respect that, sir.
Me too. I respect it as well. I'm a changed
I
man.
understand it.
And Mike is, he's out there angry at the world because he has not
Why?
found God yet. He's not found Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ. He was molested by a priest, It's because he
Yeah.
was so hot growing up that he had to get molested.
I have good news for Mike, because you have to understand, sir, Mr. Decon, like I was saying, a traumatic experience can induce a form of psychosis, and so what happens is if you can't understand, emotionally process, and work through certain experiences, usually what happens is you start to compartmentalize those experiences to delay or to subvert or put them off until a later event in life. However, The good news is that through that traumatic experience, you start to pierce the veil, so on and so forth, the veil of the MK Ultra.
That's right.
You have to understand that we've all been undergoing a form of deliberate infiltration of our mind.
We started
And
we started off silly here, but now we're getting into a more serious
sure, I
conversation. By the
sound
way,
silly, but I'm actually not.
no, caller, by the way, what is your name? I just wanted to, address you the proper way.
Well, I usually just go by Max.
Max, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, Max,
So,
we love that. Let's continue this discussion. I feel like there's a lot to discuss with you here. Let's continue on this
yes,
journey
sir.
you've taken us on here.
Well,
Yes,
it's been very subtle, sir, and it's been going on for a very long time. And this is really not anything groundbreaking. I'm not speaking on anything that's inside knowledge or intelligence. The
sure.
fact of the matter is, anyone can find this stuff. It's just a matter of if you get too caught up in the abstractions of daily life, the money that we're all so busy working, it's very easy to miss. But it's quite frankly, it's relatively at the fingertips of access for everyone. You can hop on BitChute or Rumble, and quite frankly, sir, we've all heard of like Operation Mockingbird and Paperclip.
That's right.
We have all been infiltrated for a very long time. It's gone from generation to generation, and we like to think of the abstract idea of being able to manipulate somebody as being far-fetched, but it's not done overnight, you see. So this is not like a magician who is waving a pocket watch back and forth, hypnotizing you. This takes eons, generations to achieve, and it has been very premeditative. It has been very ongoing, and it's used through all forms of information, whether it's online or especially through Hollywood, such as Netflix, the TV shows you watch. Things to subvert your subconscious into thinking or to.
I'm glad you didn't mention. I'm glad you didn't mention YouTube. By the way, I was sweating bullets right there when you mentioned Netflix. I thought, oh my God, he's going to mention YouTube. The show's over. I thought. Oh, go ahead, Max. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I understand. YouTube being a provider of information doesn't so much. They allowed the masses to come in, so YouTube is cleanup and they mop up. In other words, YouTube is about censorship, so they want to make sure that they don't allow real information to get through, much like the mainstream narrative so far as news. So you would not want to turn to CNN or Fox or NBC to look for anything objective so far as journalism goes. But the actual MK Ultra it's very real, and it's subverted.
Yeah.
Originally, it was something done very archaically through a simple text that was printed out on the screen prior. Do you remember the old? I'm 42. I'm not very old, but when I was a kid, around the strike of midnight, they would play the national anthem.
Yeah.
In the 80s. Well,
they still do that out here on certain radio stations out here. They do. Yeah, they certainly play that.
Well,
oh yeah.
It would read the Star Spangled Banner out on text. But if you were to slow that down, what you would see is essentially prior to the first word starting, you would see a subtext prior to that. It literally took milliseconds. And if you slow it down, we through modern technology, anybody at home with a computer can do this. And this is not secret knowledge. It literally tells you to obey the government, and it tells you that the government is your lord, and it tells you to never question the government. That the government is God. And I know that's ridiculous. That sounds silly, sir.
Mike's not with it.
The fact of the matter is, this is very real, and that was simply the origins of this coming into existence.
You lost
now
Mike,
we're talking
by the way.
about a frequency spectrum.
You lost Mike. You lost him on which part did he lose you on, Mike?
I'm very. Perhaps I should go. I'm very.
No, we don't. We don't want you to go. I'm just saying you lost Mike there. He's not really always on board with a lot of things, but we like Mike. We're not judging him. Mike, what happened there? What happened?
All right,
we hit a wall there.
All right. So Max says he's what, 42? Is that what he said? Okay. So
Max, you're
is in his
42. Is that what
40s.
you said?
I think
Max,
he hung up.
Max,
Yeah.
are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Max, you
Okay.
said you're 42. Is that confirmed here? 42.
I really don't like giving out my age, but I already did. Yes, sir.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
42,
you were the
Mike.
one who said it. So, so you're in your 40s. So I'm in my 50s. I'm 55. And when I was a kid,
Okay.
I had before I was a teenager, I had a little tiny, I think it was a 9-inch black and white TV, and I used to watch television up until the point
Yeah.
where they shut it off. And I believe it wasn't at midnight; it was around like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. And I used to
Yeah.
see that information that you're talking about. The
Yes,
Star
sir.
Spangled Banner would play.
Yes, sir.
The words would go up. And I got to tell you, my friend, never, ever, ever in my life did I ever see that millisecond flash on. And even if it was a millisecond flash on of some mind-altering bit of information that tells you obey the government, how would you
Yeah.
even see it so quickly that it would alter your mind? I'm sorry, I just disagree with you completely.
No, I understand, and I also understand the skepticism. I think it's silly too. But the fact
Where
is,
did
is
you
that
get
I
this
think it
information
was
from?
Who do you work
I think
for?
It was the beginning.
You work for the feds.
Where did you get this information?
Is this an
from,
FBI
caller?
agent? What's going on here? Show yourself, demon. I'm kidding, Max. We love you. We're just
Oh, I
friends.
thought you were talking.
Where did
I
you
thought
get
you were
this
talking to
information
Michael.
from?
I was
I
talking to
was
Mike,
your
actually. Mike, I'm talking to you. I want you to stop being a filthy Satanist.
Oh, all right. I'll stop right
Okay.
now.
I digress. Go ahead.
Done.
Well, I think that's exactly my point. Your reaction to this is exactly it. They've achieved brainwashing through the subversion of what they've been, the ongoing attempt to dumb down the populace through the sense of ego. You see, they realized, I think, at the origin of this attempt, they realized that it was not so easy to subvert people by intentionally infiltrating the mind with directives. And so what they did is they began to turn up a sophisticated ambiance of infiltration into the human organism. And the human, as you know, loves to be loved, loves to be powerful, loves to be fucked, loves to be
Worshipped.
entitled.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that's correct. And so what they did is really through Hollywood, they began to achieve a true sophistication of leaps and bounds beyond anything that has ever been tried in the past. This was no longer, trying to raise Frankenstein.
I'm
This
with
was
Max, by the way.
actually tapping into the human.
Max is on point here. I have to stop him there.
I'm very far from being what might be called stupid, sir.
I don't think you're stupid
I
at all.
don't appreciate the prowess and the chest bumping of individuals who would like to make fun of my voice and therefore also insult
Who's making
themselves.
fun of your
I like your voice,
by
by the way.
well, the fact is I can't say that I do because I can't scream very well.
That's okay.
The fact is that what's been worked on is man's sensibilities, you see. And it hasn't just been directed at man, but it's been directed at woman. And so what happens with the woman is that it's infiltrated at them through child rearing and caring. And so what they have done is they have essentially disturbed the practical innate directive of our organic built-in DNA paths that does come from God. No offense to those who are agnostics or atheists, but there is a built-in DNA sequence that is only derived in our being through God, and that has a direction, which is why man who denies God in the presence of God. Oh, I
Max,
see. We have problems
how did
again.
you, Max? How did you
Yes, sir.
get
Yes.
from? How did you get from the information?
I don't know.
that
How
you
How did you get from the Catholic Church to cannabinoids, sir? I'm only talking.
Amazing.
What on earth are you talking about? I'm about to ask you a question.
Sir,
how did you get from the information you were
I'm
talking
sorry.
about?
Are you an Ivy League professor? What was that?
What listen? If we can't have a conversation, this is not worth.
I actually majored. Sir, I actually majored in anthropology.
So then let me finish
and
my
I've been
question.
to
and let me
I've
ask
been to
you what I
6
was
different
going
continents.
to ask you. You keep
I have
interrupting me, and I
17
can't ask you the question.
Oh,
I love Max, by the way.
boy.
Max is my new favorite. Oh, he hung up. You made him hang up, Mike.
You see what I'm saying? You can't talk to a person
Why'd you
like
hang-
that because they will not have a two-way conversation.
Oh, Mike, why did you do that? That was one of the greatest
It's my
callers
fault,
we've
right?
ever had. This is all your fault. I mean, that was one of my favorite callers
Okay,
ever.
hang on, Michael. Can you honestly tell me you knew what the hell he was talking about?
I did. I was all on board with him.
Did? Okay, then I stand corrected. I must be a friggin' idiot because I was lost.
God damn it, Mike, you ruined the night. You ruined my life. You ruined the show. I might have to fire you here tonight,
Oh,
Mike.
jeez, I get pink slipped.
You ruined everything. This was incredible and you ruined it.
He was talking about the information on television when they played the Star Spangled Banner and how it was a subliminal message, and he went into this thing. I don't even know what he was talking about.
I should have
at that point.
stopped you I should have muted your mic. I should have muted you and let him go on, but you... Oh, Mike.
Yeah, well, the reason I interrupted him is because he was going from like subject to subject.
I was
to
feeling
subject.
it. I was feeling it. I was with him.
I was so lost.
That was
trying
long-
to catch up to him.
We
That's
were
why
doing-
that's why I stopped him.
Well, Mike, you sometimes you just have to let the man continue on his flow and not, interrupt him. He was doing
Well-
great. I was with him. We were riding
Okay.
together in the sunset. We were fighting dragons. We were killing evil, worshiping.
So if
worshiping.
he was so smart, if he was so smart,
Jeffrey
why
Epstein
couldn't he have
followers.
a conversation with me?
Well, because you just you interrupted him. You scared him. He's a sensitive man. I don't know why you did that to him.
Well, then you know what?
He's
So
a great
what?
call.
So he's got a degree in whatever it was he said.
He has a
Can't have
degree.
conversation, and he hangs up the phone.
Well, he has a
Whatever.
degree. You don't, Mike. He told you. You got angry. Deal with it. And caller, that was awesome. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Dave.
Dave, how's it going?
Hi, Dave.
Excellent.
Hi, Dave.
I believe I'm doing far better than the guy that just called in.
He was doing good until Mike
I ruined
upset
it.
him and ruined his life. Essentially, that's
Well,
what you did,
under
Mike. You
those
ruined his life.
circumstances, We actually take on Mike because Mike can actually stick a demon on us.
Mike, yeah, that's also something I do worry about. Mike, my co-host, by the way, he could potentially put a spell on you. So perhaps that's probably a good thing that he hung up.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yes. But
I
now
believe the entire chat group was actually thinking the same thing.
I wish he was still here, though. But Mike, I don't know what happened there with you, Mike. You got a little too crazy. You got a little too,
I let him
I
go,
think
man.
it's
He went
actually
for
Mark-
10 minutes.
We let him go, but sometimes Mike you gotta give him some more rope there. Let him do his thing. Don't drag him in just yet. Let him let him talk there.
All right.
It's okay though. I feel you. Trust me. I know. It was a little hard to sort of digest the flow.
Kathmandu, calm down, Max.
Yeah, calm down, Max. But no, Max was a great guy. We love Max. We want him to call back in whenever he sort of is ready to call in. We do welcome Max to call back in and sort of tell us the rest of that. The MK Ultra, the mind control. Yes, we are.
And also
yes.
the whole Catholic Mike wandering away from the Catholic Church.
That's true though.
How
He
that
was in line.
walks into the entire operation. Sure.
Max had a great point. You were sort of corrupted even to begin with, Mike. You sort of been corrupted your entire life.
Since I was 13.
You've been corrupted your whole life. First with the priest.
Mm-hmm.
He did touch you a couple times. That happens in life. You got touched. It's okay. We're here for you.
Thanks.
It's okay,
I
Mike.
feel so much better now.
I feel better. I feel better
So
that
what's
you
up,
feel better.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave, go ahead. You're on the show. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just wondering what you guys are going to do for Christmas.
Oh, Christmas time. Yes, we were just saying,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
a good
most
time.
the most depressing time of the year for a lot of people. That's what we were sort of talking about before we took the call from Max there. And I have to say, yes, I'm not here to drag
That was
you.
depressing.
It was. I'm not here to drag you down tonight. I would just say this though. Perhaps that may be true. Perhaps some of the most of America, or in my country of America, like Mike was saying here in California, Might be feeling a little blue. However, I love this time of the year. And to keep a long story short here tonight, I probably should have died maybe 6 or 7 times already. So every day I just wake up appreciating being alive and not 6 feet under. I know it's impossible to be happy all the time, but trying to keep a strong and optimistic mindset no matter what is going on in your lives, I should say. Always sort of be positive if you can, unless you were molested by a priest, but that's a whole nother story. That was a joke, by the way.
No, I was just actually waiting for you to go ahead and tell us what's going on.
Nothing's going on.
So how's your Christmas gonna go?
My Christmas is gonna go like rain.
What?
It's gonna be like rain.
Perfect.
Like
It's
like
gonna
a
be
Sunday
wet.
You live
evening
in the
with
desert.
rain. I know I live in the desert. I wish there was rain. I know, but by the way, let's see if this feature works here. I'm gonna merge a call here. Caller, you are also on the air. Dave, hang tight there. Let's hear what this gentleman has to say. Caller, go ahead.
I am very embarrassed for my recent actions. I was emotional and I got mad and I hung up, and that's not usually the way I am.
Max,
I apologize.
Max, I'm so glad
You
you are.
and Mike.
Yes, I'm so glad you are here, Max. We were just talking to Dave. I believe he's on the line listening in. Dave, you can say hello to Max if you'd like, but just try.
Hey,
not...
Max, how you doing?
Whoa, a little too loud. A
Hello,
little too loud
Dave.
there.
Hi.
You came in too hot there.
It's very hot.
He's a gentle soul, Dave. You gotta, lower your voice a little bit. A little too loud there. You heard us. You heard Max. Calm down.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So Max, I'm so glad you're here, Max. We were having this discussion, and Mike was sort of having trouble with what you were saying. And believe me, I'm not having any trouble following you. I'm right there on board with you. I know all about.
And it's okay, but I'm very apologetic because I guess when you get very inspired,
You get very into it.
you become. I am very into it, and it's okay. I don't know why I acted the way I did. I've changed my mind very much many times over the course of my life. And,
Right.
I should be able to accept criticism, and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I suppose I feel a little lost because it's lost on most of the populace. That's the problem, Michael, Mr. Deacon. And most of us don't realize that we are actually undergoing a form of what could be related to as an experiment to the ruling class elite, and some of us do.
Right. Yes.
And it's a shame.
I am inner reach. I
Whoa.
rule all.
Whoa, now that was scary.
I rule Mike, and I am God.
Whoa.
Damn.
By the way, don't ever fucking talk about Azure again.
Ooh.
I'll fucking slap that
Ooh.
fucking smirk off your face, bitch.
This man is very angry, and we appreciate that sort of thing here. And I believe Dave is left now on the line. Dave, are you
Wait.
still there?
Oh, there we go.
Whoa. Everyone's so
Wait,
loud
did
here
Max
tonight.
hang up again?
I think he might have left.
Yeah.
What was that?
Wow.
He was very
Troubled
angry
man.
here tonight. Yes, we appreciate that sort of thing. That goes
All right.
on
Well, I'm
sometimes.
really
Whoa.
not worried about the royal family or let's say some other thing. I think
Well,
what we should be thinking about is how things really were.
yes. It's too bad he hung
Kind
up.
of
though.
how you deal with let's say winter and family and friends and stuff. That'd be kind of fun.
Mm.
Yes. Why does everyone sound so aggressive here tonight? Everyone's very angry. guess-
It's just the holiday.
I guess everyone's in a bad mood. Everyone's very angry here tonight,
It's the
but
holiday.
I love that though. We sort of
Somebody's gonna have to
Love that.
get me over on this one. That's the only reason why I sent in the $5 to go ahead and say Mike needs a date, because I was wishing him bad luck.
whoa.
Yes,
Damn,
yes.
bro.
And he knows this. He knows this for a fact, because if I'm going to send him $5, then he knows for a fact that's a $5 bad date.
A $5 bad date.
I mean, if I can get a hooker for
Oh,
$5.
yeah.
Not here in America.
No.
Not in
Well,
California.
no, that's exactly it.
He's gonna have to go to
Okay,
Brazil
okay.
for that.
No, my family has already set up the entire whole thing going on for how Christmas is supposed to work.
Oh,
And this
yes.
came up out of the blue.
Are you excited, by the way, for having to deal with your family this year? You're gonna have to see all the people that you don't really communicate with, that you only talk to through
No, I
maybe
talk to my entire
Facebook.
family all the time.
Oh, you do? So you have a good relationship with your family. So you are
Yeah,
a
no, I have
lucky
3
one.
adult kids in town. My youngest.
Oh, look at you bragging.
No, it's just no. I have everybody in town.
Oh, Mr. Big Shot riding in through town. Look at him.
No, I want to move.
Oh, you want to move? Why are you so?
Yes.
Why are you screaming into the phone? By the way,
I'm sorry.
I feel like you were shouting at
let's see.
us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
You sounded very hyped up here. Have you been drinking, sir? I hope you have.
Are you on heroin?
Are you on heroin, sir? Well, he wouldn't be.
I do not do heroin.
If he was doing heroin, he wouldn't be that up like that. You know, that up.
Is that better?
Are you smoking meth, sir? Is that what you're doing back there?
No, I'm not doing that.
Are you smoking meth, playing darts? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm not doing any drugs.
My neighbor, that's what
hitting
he'd
the
be
pipe?
doing, by the way. He'd be smoking meth and playing darts in his garage at like 2 a.m. He'd be hot. He'd be high as hell, just playing darts, drinking beer,
hitting the pipe and
hitting the
playing darts.
pipe, playing darts. That was his life.
God.
That was his life, and working at a Walmart. That's what he used to do.
Oh, I hurt myself.
As a greeter?
laughing.
That was my neighbor. I'm not lying. That's a legit story, folks. Neighbor smoking meth and playing darts. That was his life. What a life.
No, I cannot do meth.
You can't do meth.
No, and they can't do heroin either. I'm allergic to opioids.
What do you have against the Germans?
What?
No.
Oh God, rare form tonight. Rare form.
It's one of those nights. I'm afraid. But yes, we are seeing a globe spinning around, by the way. The flat earthers will not like this visual. They'll be very angry with this visual. They'll say that we are buying into the propaganda, that we are not flat earthers, that we are delusional because we believe in NASA. They're saying that globe spinning around there, that's false. That's CGI. Obviously, it's CGI right now in this video. But they're saying the whole globe is not, it's not really a globe. Yeah, the square heads out there, that's right. In the chat, you are right. The flatheads out there, they'll say we have drank the Kool-Aid. And let's go back to the call there. I'm sorry, I had to lower you there when I was talking about the flat earth. Go ahead.
So you had some flat earthers on before.
Yeah, we had
and
some.
You were kind of like laughing at them.
Yeah, we've had some
was it?
very prominent flat earthers appear on this program. What was that? Sorry.
No, you had some flat earthers on before.
Right.
Now, when was it that you actually decided to go ahead and cut those guys off? Because there had to have been like some decision.
Well, you know, that was all stuff behind the scenes. I didn't really want to bring this up, but a lot of them very angry with me. You know, a lot of them wanted me to die, in other words.
Oh.
Yeah, they were very angry with me. Very mad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Very known, prominent figures that you'd be like, whoa, that's a little much. And I agree, it is a little much.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, now you should actually cut that off then.
Yeah, I thought, well, maybe it's not a good idea to bring you on here. You're a little too angry about these sort of things.
Yeah.
A little, you know, some people get a little emotional about their beliefs. We like that here, but sometimes you have to sort of know when to draw the line in the sand, or else things become like Vietnam.
Interesting analogy.
That's true, though.
Yeah, I know.
Some people lose
you
their
don't want
mind.
people hunting you.
Oh, believe me, and I have a lot of people out there that want me dead. Lots of people on those interwebs typing away. They don't want me to even be living right now. They don't want me to be playing clips. They don't want me to be doing anything. They don't want me to be like
Michael
playing
Deacon knows how
anything
to
out
hurt
here.
me. He pretends to be my friend behind the scenes.
Just like
but
that.
He's doxed
They
me.
don't want me to
He
play
talks
these
shit
sort of
about me
things.
constantly. He tells me the things that the voices in my head used to tell me.
That's a favorite of mine, by the way. But yes, lots of people out there very upset with me, very angry. People want me to die of COVID, and I say, well, most of you are kind of, you guys were on the right path. I did contract COVID twice, but it didn't kill me, so I win. You lose again. I don't think I'm going to be taken out by this sort of a virus, by the way, to be honest with you. I feel that my blood is a little too powerful and that Jesus Christ runs through my veins. So
here we go.
I feel I am protected. I'm not going to die. I'll be here for a very long time, haunting you for the rest of my life. And I have a long list of enemies, by the way. There's a big list of enemies. I'm not joking about this. Well, actually, I am joking about this. There is no list. I'm kidding. It's a joke. There is no big list. But I'll just say this. If there was, let's just say that hypothetically, I will be, if I die first, I will be in their lives. I will come back and I will make their lives way worse than they already are. Let's just put it that way, Mike. It's a joke, though. Maybe I'm not being serious. Maybe I am. Who knows? Could be a little bit of both. I don't know. But this sort of figure, by the way, Mike, going back to the Catholic priest who molested you when you were growing up, I had this sort of figure in my head of this sort of guy that, that perhaps did molest you or didn't molest you. We don't really know. We can't confirm or deny that. Because it's all the trauma you endured, Mike. But I'm thinking of like a Rodney Dangerfield sort of looking guy in a way.
Hey, in the name of the Father, the Son, they get no respect,
Yeah, so I'm thinking he sort of looked like Rodney Dangerfield.
Actually,
maybe.
He was a very nice guy. I remember him when I was 13 when I went to high school freshman year.
He was very romantic, right?
Very romantic. He held my hand.
He held your hand.
Bought me dinner. No, seriously. He was a nice guy. I never saw him in such a light. But, there's a lot of these things that happen within, and it's not just Christianity or the, Catholicism. It happens in a lot of different aspects of life. It just so happens this guy was a priest.
It happens. You make out with a few old men when you're 5.
You are a dick tonight.
Now, there is a photograph of Ronnie Dangerfield for you in the chat room, by the way. For those of you that are listening through YouTube, that is sort of the face I see when I think of this man who perhaps touched Mike when he was about 5.
5? I was in high school.
Oh, you were a little bit older, so you enjoyed this sort of experience. Yes. It all makes sense now.
Hey, Mike, touch me. Come here.
Hey.
No respect. Jesus
pull my
Christ.
Finger.
Hey, pull my finger.
The other finger. Yes, so I'm seeing this. Yes, I'm seeing this photograph here, and I am scared for my life.
Father Paul was a nice guy.
I'm scared.
He never touched me.
Only on the weekends.
No, I didn't go to high school on the weekends.
Well, that's why, he would come by for special visits. He was a tutor.
He was a tutor.
He was your tutor.
Here you go. Mike, I want you to stop making so much noise in the classroom.
Is that how he sounded?
Yeah, he was very Italian. He was like right from Italy. So he had a very heavy Italian.
Right from the boat.
I'll never forget the day I was sitting in his classroom and I dropped a pencil on the floor. And I went to lean over to grab it and the whole fucking desk fell over. And I fell on the floor and he's like, Mike, go to the principal's office now. I'm like, it was an accident, I swear.
He sent you to the principal's office.
Go to the principal's office now. And I got in trouble.
Why would he do that?
Well,
How rude.
I was a troublemaker. What can I tell you?
And that's when he molested you.
And that's when the principal molested
And that's when the rape happened.
Oh, Jesus. We're getting kicked off.
We're getting
tonight.
kicked off. Yes, definitely. We are going to hell after this program. That's for sure.
Oh, brother.
Oh my God, this is a terrible show. I don't know why you are even listening to this. This is a demonic show. Do not listen anymore. Caller, I'm not sure why you're still here. You know.
I was actually going to bring up why I thought Mike needed a date.
You wait. What was the question?
You sound like you were on a loudspeaker yelling into your phone through the speaker there.
Well, no, okay.
Go ahead.
Is that better?
Slow it down a little bit. Go ahead.
I was thinking that
Dave?
Mike needed a date because I had to go to a wedding.
Ah, that's good thinking. See, now that's very nice of you. He was going to go to a wedding, Mike. He thought of you. He wanted to invite you. He thought maybe...
Oh, you want to take me as your date?
He wants to date you.
No, I think Mike needs a date.
Mike needs a date. Okay, you want to be his date to take him on, for him to take someone else on a date?
No, I think he should find some gal online that's actually on the chat group here that's volunteering to be his date.
You wouldn't date Mike? Is that what you're saying, caller?
I would never date Mike to save my life.
He's not your
what
type?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Is he not your type? Is he
No,
like...
that's a zero.
You prefer blondes because he has black hair, right?
I don't care what color hair he has.
Are you like you have a thing against the gays? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not going to say anything about the gays because I know Mike is not gay.
Are you a homophobe, sir? Are you saying you would not date Mike?
I've never been a homophobe my entire life until now.
So you hate the gays, in other words, if you wouldn't date Mike?
No, I think you're driving me there.
I'm driving you to be gay. I might be. I'm guilty of doing that. I might be guilty of doing that, yes.
You're in a good mood tonight.
Oh, my ribs hurt.
Your ribs hurt. Was that from the priest or was that from laughter? I don't know. We don't know. He might be a little sore there still.
Oh, brother.
Around the ribs.
Listen, Dave.
Dave Paxton.
Listen, Dave.
That's like the actor. That's like that actor that died, right? Bill Paxton.
Here's the thing, Dave. I would not be able to go onto a dating site and find a date. It's just not that easy.
He has a hernia, so it's not that easy for him to perform these days. Is what he's trying to say.
Right, on the internet. I have a hernia.
Well, no, worried about that. I was just watching the chat group there, like lusting after you.
He doesn't have a hernia, by the way. I just made that up
Who's
right now.
lusting after?
I know you made that up.
Who's lusting
there's a lot of women out there, Mike, who do fancy
I haven't seen
you.
One.
The ones that paint rocks and knit. They're out there. They want a piece of that.
Yeah.
They think you're good looking in those black leather pants of yours. The hat that you wear.
I think somebody's going to get on you about that one.
Oh,
well, what can you do?
I'll tell you, Dave, my Christmas will be a pack of razor blades and maybe some pills and a gun.
It sounds like you would find behind a clinic.
Mike, don't worry about it. No, this is actually a really good year because we made it through. This is actually in a really tough time for everybody.
It's a tough time for a lot of Americans.
Strange fallout from all of this. It's the craziest thing.
Well, the world has lost its mind, that's for sure. And that's
my brother got married.
Oh, your brother got married. Was he one of those people that said, "Oh, I'm not going to get married anytime soon," and then boom?
Oh no, he's been married like for most of my adult life.
Okay.
He then lost his mind. And then took off out of country, came back. My dad, now this is my dad, because I get along with my dad really well, because we go out and have street tacos every week for lunch. And we talk about how life works. And so that's all fine. But he comes in my door and he says, "Dave, I'm going to have to bribe you." So now whenever he says something like that, I know that there's something serious going on. And I'm going to have to go ahead and put up with a whole bunch of bullshit.
Ooh.
Okay. So anyway, my brother takes off. He lost his mind because he was on different shrink drugs. gets a divorce, tries to marry some other gal, like in some other country. Then that fails, of course.
Was she from
And so then he
California,
comes
by the
back.
way?
What now?
Was she from California when you said another country? Like she's from Southern California?
No,
Okay,
I
okay.
believe she was from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's like another country then. Yes.
That's
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's go there.
Okay.
That's the same. That's the same as Ukraine or some
like
other place.
South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lithuania.
Same,
Or
like
Nigeria.
that's equivalent. Right. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We're good. So anyway, as it is, so my dad comes in the door last week and says, "Dave, I'm gonna have to bribe you." And I'm like, "What the hell is it now?" Because I thought I finally got rid of my brother with whatever the hell's going on with him. And he's like, "No, he's getting married, and I have to make sure that you come over to the wedding."
I see. Yeah, it is important that you. Yes, it's important that you go. By the way, that's like your responsibility. By the way, you got to go.
Well, I was never told about this until I was being told I had to be bribed.
Oh, I see. It's one of those situations.
Yeah, because I had to go over to a Mormon church.
Oh, the Mormons. That's another one.
Yes. Oh, no, we have a packed crowd tonight.
Oh,
This
my
is perfect.
goodness. The Mormons are in the house, boys and girls. Give them a hand. We love the Mormons. They are out here listening. We really do appreciate the Mormons so much. Great groups of people. We see their temple that looks like a spaceship. Go ahead. Sorry.
It could be anything. We don't know. So anyway, I had to go do this entire ordeal. And so anyway, my brother wanted all of us to go out to eat after the wedding. And he wanted to go to Applebee's.
Applebee's, a very luxurious sort of dining. Then, yes, Applebee's,
high tech.
Very high class.
I'm telling you, this is my family. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are they on heroin?
I can't. No. So we did go to Applebee's because me and my dad went ahead and put our foot down on that. We went over to this one Mexican restaurant that we know the owners of, and went there. And my dad and I split the bill, and that was all fine. But I couldn't possibly believe that the guy on his second wedding of his life wanted to go after his wedding to Applebee's.
Well, so different strokes for different folks, I guess.
There's hope for Mike.
There's hope for Mike. There's hope for Mike.
Yes, he can find a date. I'm telling you. He can find a date.
At Applebee's. Hope. He could find a date at Applebee's.
Well, no. I think online he's doing better.
No.
Mike's not feeling it, no.
No.
I thought we had him. I thought we had him there.
So this was not a story of hopeful love.
No.
I thought New Jersey was for lovers. I guess not.
No, Virginia is for lovers.
So it's Virginia that's for lovers. Okay, New Jersey is for Chris Christie then.
New Jersey is for beached whales.
Beached whales in New Jersey. All the beautiful women out there in New Jersey, Mike, I have to say, that whole accent... Oh,
there's beautiful women in Jersey, don't get me wrong.
There are beautiful women in New Jersey and on the East Coast. Yeah, we know. But, of course, there's that dreaded accent, though. That accent they have. It's a little,
That's a myth.
It's a little, yeah.
Nah, that's a myth. I mean, there's a little bit of an accent, but more so, you get more of an accent with somebody from Brooklyn.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even those sort of accents, yes, that sort of thing going on. That sort of.
Truth be told, Michael, every state I've ever been
to,
I've always had the people that I've met.
Dave, hold on. By the way, Dave, hold on to your hat there, Dave. Hold on very silently. We're going to take another call here, Mike. Don't lose that thought. We are introducing another soul into this conversation really quickly here before this guy hangs up. Caller, go ahead, caller. You are live on the air.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's going on, partner? How are you?
Doing Doing good, man. I just got a hold of your show. I'm liking what I'm hearing, Mike. Enjoy your show. Calling from Toronto.
Toronto,
Canada.
baby. The Canadians are in the house. We have some maple power in the house, boys and girls.
Maple
Love
power.
that. We got some.
That's right, eh?
We love that. We really do. I love the Canadians out there, eh?
I love Canada.
I love Canada as well. Every Canadian I ever met.
Except for our fucking prime minister.
Exactly, except for the prime minister. We don't exactly like him. We don't like Fidel Castro's son. We don't like him at all. We really don't like him at all. Let's just leave it at that. But Canada, beautiful place. We love the maple syrup. We love the greens that Canada once in a while produces. The BC buds, we love that out here. We love that, yes.
32% THC.
Oh, yeah, exactly. See, this man knows. He's not a fool. He knows exactly what I'm referring to. He's almost like he probably even knows who Mark Emery is. He's that
quick
amazing.
shout out. Quick shout out.
Melissa. Go ahead. Melissa out there.
Melissa
Are you
Tress.
dating Melissa? Is that what's going on here?
Dressing for pleasure.
Dressing for... Oh, I see it now. Dressing for pleasure. Is that some sort of...
No, she had mentioned a shop that used to be in Montclair, a clothing store.
Montclair, that's close to Chris Christie, though.
No, not even. But I used to work on Bloomfield out right down the street from Dressing for Pleasure, and I had some friends. I used to know the owner of the store. In fact, her and her husband. I think they both died. I can tell you the truth.
Did they die of COVID?
No. But moving along,
Probably.
yes, I just wanted to mention that to Melissa.
They probably did die of COVID. You don't know. We'll cross our fingers.
90% chance.
Yeah, 90% chance, Mike. They died of COVID. That's what happened.
Yeah. Now this was before COVID.
Oh,
way before
COVID. BC then.
SARS.
Yes, sir. And what part from Canada are you from, sir? If you don't mind telling us. The good part.
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. There we go. Yes, I thought you had said that. I wasn't quite sure. And of course, sir, how on earth did you find us here on these sort of dark corners of the interwebs?
Because I'm a creepy guy, that's why.
Oh, because you're a creepy guy.
He's a stalker.
I like that. We appreciate that. We like the creepiness. We like that sort of crowd. Yes, you kind of sound a little paranormal-ish.
Ooh, maybe, huh?
You sound a little spooky, yes. I know because I'm a little terrifying myself. I'm a little paranormal-y as well. A little crazy.
I smoked a lot of weed today, honestly.
Oh, you smoked a lot of weed today?
Oh, you and Michael have something in common.
What were you...
snow going on here, so there's not much to do.
What were you rolling up there or smoking there? What strain you got?
We got actually it's a guy from California, that actor guy.
The actor guy. You got
Alec
some.
Baldwin?
You're smoking the Alec Baldwin OG. Is that what's going on? The Alec Baldwin Kush.
The Canadian actor who lives in Hollywood, Seth Rogen.
Oh, Seth Rogen, the guy with the very annoying voice, who is the same character in every 20-some movies he's ever been in. That guy.
Seth Rogen's the young guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Who was in the Spy Who Shagged Me, right?
No, you're thinking of a different guy.
Seth Green.
Different guy. Yeah.
You're thinking of Seth Green, the little guy.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. Who am I thinking of? Seth?
Well, they all wear tiny hats. They all look alike. I don't know. Except they don't, because he's really tiny and, the other guy, he's kind of,
Seth Rogen. What was he in?
He's kind of round.
What movie was he in?
Seth Rogen? What do you mean, what movie was he in?
Yeah, you said Seth Rogen. Who
do you not know who Seth Rogen is, sir?
I'm getting confused. That's why I thought he was Seth Green.
You're getting confused with all these, these people.
Oh, that explains it.
It sounds like someone hit an alarm outside, and the alarm is going on and off. Now it turned off. But Seth Rogen, he's that guy, He's the guy who comes out as, again, every same character in every single movie he's ever been in his entire life. Mostly known for, terrible movies, basically. Seth Rogen, but very popular. He's
not bad weed though.
he's come out in movies like, Pineapple Express, Superbad, things of that nature. Awful movies.
I'm looking him up right
His weed's pretty good though.
Oh, that guy. I like him.
That JW, that guy, yes.
He did the interview. The interview.
The Interview, yes.
What a fantastic movie. I love his comedy. He's fantastic.
Do you, Mike?
Yes.
Do you really love?
Hey, Mike.
His
Do you remember
Yes.
a band called Teenage Head?
Who?
Teenage Head.
Teenage Head.
Teenage Head.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
I don't. Are they from New Jersey?
No, they're from Toronto, man. They're a punk rock band from the early '80s.
I was gonna say, are they Catholic?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm afraid I don't know. Maybe
play
I
a lot
heard
of
them a long
churches.
time ago.
They play a lot of churches. That says it all. That says it all right there.
Why do you bring them up, Cole?
Free admission.
I'm glad you brought up this whole band thing because, that is something I was going to mention here on the show since we've been talking about a lot of these, these crazy sort of escapades that are going around the world. We have COVID, we have sex trafficking going on around the world with, Jeffrey Epstein and friends, and that also brings it around to the band Led Zeppelin, by the way. I know no one's really, no one's really talking about this, but there was a recent story that came out about Jimmy Page and how he liked young girls. And, it's a new book right now.
I heard that.
Yeah, it's a new book that's, I believe, has been released already. That's sort of detailing all these scandalous things that went on.
With Zeppelin or just Jimmy Page? Hello?
Jimmy
It
Page.
was all of them. Yeah, all of them.
All of them. Oh, so it's about
All of
Zeppelin.
them.
Okay, gotcha. Michael, are you
Well, they
there?
had to be involved because you see, those people had to be around each other that much.
Okay.
They had to have
Yeah.
all known.
Sorry about that. I was sort of seeing things here. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened to me there, but yes, I'm back now. Don't worry. I'm
Thanks,
alive.
man.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Don't worry. I'm still here. I don't know what happened to me there. I was sort of taken away. If I go quiet like
Deja
that,
vu.
yes, if I go quiet, that means something bad has happened to me, but don't worry, I'll be back. But yes, a new book sort of detailing all these sort of things that, the whole band did back in the day. They were messing around with a lot of underage girls, and all of this was, of course, considered normal. That was during that way back in the 70s. The year was 1973, when this was going on, and they were around a bunch of young
Really?
girls, and their mothers were even driving them to see these older men, knowing
Wow,
very
now
well what's
that
going to
is a
happen.
fan.
That's a real fan, yes. The mom loving them, so of course the daughter.
Let me take you to see Jimmy Page now. Come on.
Yes, so of course there was a time when Jimmy Page was into a 14-year-old girl named Lori Maddox, I believe was her name, if I am remembering that correctly off the top of my head. Even the fact that I'm remembering anything right now is quite impressive, folks, if only you knew. But the thing is, I am not like other show hosts out there. I might not even be alive. I might not even be real. I might even be dead. But yes, Jimmy Page.
You're not dead.
Maybe. But Jimmy Page, he was banging all kinds of young girls, a lot of 14-year-old girls like Jeffrey Epstein was. Of course, that doesn't take away anything from the music. Lots of these bands that you grew up loving, all of them were banging underage little girls too. All of them were doing that. I'm not saying that's right. I think that's disgusting. But this sort of book sort of
Justin Trudeau's
details.
mother was banging the Stones.
Was she?
Yeah, in
My
Toronto.
goodness.
They got caught in a motel doing heroin and smoking weed a long time ago.
They were having too good of a time.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say something like that.
They were having too much of a good time. But of course,
Keith Richards.
yes, Keith Richards, another one.
Keith Richards and Justin Trudeau's mother.
Yes, that woman. I believe it. I believe it 100%. But of course, Jerry Lee Lewis also married his 13-year-old cousin. Let's never forget that, boys and girls. Let's never forget. That is crazy. Yes, that's crazy.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen is another one, by the way, boys and girls.
No,
another
you guys are missing the entire
degenerate.
boat.
I'm missing the entire boat. What does that mean?
Oh, no, think about it. Gene Simmons said that he actually screwed 4,000 girls when he was on tour with Kiss.
That's crazy.
He said that on Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
Yes, he did. And then from there, now think about it. Now, how many children are out there that are like about 30 range in age right now?
Yeah.
That their moms were rockers back in the day and went to like a concert backstage. And they're getting their genetic test done by 23andMe or like, let's say, Ancestry.
Yeah.
And they're figuring out that their dad is not their dad.
That is intense.
And they've got really long
Well,
tongues.
no. Now, out of 4,000 gals that were of age, that were like, young girls, how many of them did he actually impregnate?
And on top of that, when he did the Oprah Winfrey show and talked about that particular subject, the very thing he said was, I have Polaroids of every single girl I ever slept with.
You were a rapist.
Well, I mean, that's
well, I mean, that's par for the
very
course.
broad statement
I mean,
to
that's
say.
par for the course. He was molested, so the fact that he, molested someone else is not.
By Father Paul.
Yes. Do you like the way I said that? I'm like, the fact that he did molest someone. I'm kidding. He didn't molest anyone. That's just another sick joke. But yes, Mike for sure was molested by a priest, folks. This is true. That is a fact. That's on record. It's on record, okay? It did happen. It did happen.
You Looney Tune.
But yes, does that ruin anything though for you? Listening to these stories about these iconic bands you grew up listening to that your parents loved, knowing what you know now, does that taint these artists for you? I mean, is it the same way we should look at Michael Jackson? I think in my mind he molested all these people. Maybe not the ones that were on TV, the cases that blew up. Maybe those people weren't exactly quote unquote molested. But I'm thinking about all the other people behind the scenes that we don't really know about. I'm thinking, yeah, that probably went on for sure. There's other people that are not famous. Maybe Michael knew not to molest people that are not famous. That's probably the best thing to do when you're famous. You probably shouldn't be, doing things with people that are very high profile. That's why you get someone that, no one's going to miss. You do what you want to do with them. You leave them out in the ocean or in the forest. Not that I have any experience with that, but I'm just saying there are situations like that where, one would maybe want to go down and do someday. I'm not saying myself, but I'm just saying I can understand how something like that can happen.
What about Chuck Berry?
Did you see the thing with CNN?
But CNN, the scandal with CNN, are you talking about the lie heard around the world?
No, the producer, that was Cuomo's producer, that got nailed for using girls that were 9.
Yeah, like 9 years old. Can you believe that, Mike? That is sick, by the way. 9 years old, and this producer for CNN is diddling kids online, folks. He's accused of diddling kids. I don't know. I wish he was
trying to get their parents to drop him off.
We need Chris Hansen on the case. That's what we need to catch a predator. We need him back.
That is balls.
We need that guy. Where's Chris Hansen when you need him? Where is that man? That would be a good interview, by the way, if we brought Chris Hansen on the program. Of course, that would never happen. He's too big time. He's too big. He would never be on this show. That Chris Hansen, he would probably be worried that I'm not vaccinated. He's one of those guys.
Do you know the story about Chuck Berry?
Gene Simmons.
Chuck Berry, Mike. What about Chuck Berry? Was he urinating on feet again? What's he doing?
No. Chuck Berry back in the 80s. Chuck Berry got arrested for He had cameras.
For those that don't know, Chuck Berry was into golden showers, by the way. He was into
Yes, he was,
urinating onto women. Go ahead, Mike. I just wanted to share that.
He used to have cameras inside of toilets.
So he's like Harvey Weinstein.
So when his female guests used to go to the bathroom,
and Trump,
be able to see them go.
And Trump, by the way, a rumor has it that he was into peeing on women and that he liked being peed on. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe he was cold and wanted to warm up, and he told these women
in Russia. Yeah, it's cold in Russia.
You never know. It's really cold out there. He might have been like in some hot springs and wanted to get out. And wanted to try something new, and he told these women, you should probably piss on me, that Russian piss. Maybe that's going to warm me up.
Oh, come on, like you've never been peed on.
I've never been pissed on before. I'm not really that, international. I'm not that European.
Don't know what you're missing.
The Europeans, they like that sort of thing. They're more into being pissed on. I'm not that Euro, I'm more American. That's too European for me, like men carrying like a purse. That's
European.
That's for the
European on
yeah, European on me. Yeah, you're peeing on me. Chuck Berry pissed. Yes. Oh. Chuck Berry pissed. That's what they're saying in the chat. But yeah, he liked being pissed on probably, and being pissed off. It's better to be pissed off than be pissed on.
Depends on how you feel.
Depends if you're Harvey Weinstein. Depends what your feet look like. Mike, but you do know from experience, is that what the Catholic priest did to you when he molested you? Did he also pee on you? Your thoughts, go ahead.
No, he peed at me.
He peed at you, not on you. Big difference. That's kind of like a,
Holy pee.
That's kind of like at a petting zoo. If you've ever been at a petting zoo, by the way, the animals sometimes they're like aiming for you sometimes, so you got to be careful.
I wouldn't know.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true.
In Canada do.
Where's our Canadian friend? Where are you, my friend? Where's Team Maple Leaf?
I'm right here, sir.
There he is. We got the Canadian power back in the program. I'm feeling better now. I feel like I just had maple syrup poured all over my body. I'm ready to kill someone now. Mike, I think things have kicked into high gear now.
Oh, brother. You
so
okay?
I am feeling, like I could eat a man like Alex Jones.
just hold on to the chair. Just hold on to the chair, buddy.
I don't need to hold on to the chair. That is for the women out there.
Oh, okay. Well, women, hold on to the chair.
Women, hold on to your pants. We are off to the races now. But yes, I do want to thank all the newer listeners out there who are catching this program. If you are hearing my voice, you should.
It's a great program. I love it.
You should be in awe. I'm handling this very professionally. We are doing great from Laurel Canyon, California, in another country, in another world. And urine is sterile. Just saying, if you're denied your sight, you'd never know. It's warm water that's from our friend Melissa in the chat room. So, Mike, you probably can, probably piss on this woman. You two could probably have golden showers together and rival a Trump and Melania videotape.
Yikes. Okay.
If, in fact, there is a tape, we don't know. We're just saying these things, we don't know. But I could only imagine. I could only imagine, at that high profile, even normal people, they experiment sexually, they want to go off and mingle and all that sort of thing. You get older in life. Even younger people, of course, with the adaptation of social media and all these sort of things going on in life. Well, the world, it's moving rapidly right now, and technology is a big thing. And of course, we have all these people out there that, are very, they want to experiment. And of course, lots of people, they have these videotapes out there with their ex-girlfriends, their ex-wives, they have these things out there. They have Polaroids, they have videos, they have all these sort of things going on you don't even know about. But yes, it's true. And I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure the man has done that before, a time or two with any of these women. That's what I truly believe. Does he have a sex tape with Melania? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it exists out there. I'm pretty sure he has experimented and gone down that road, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's a fact.
You
I'm
think
feeling
there's
it
one
though.
with Joe Biden too?
Joe Biden, I'm pretty sure he probably did something with Joe Biden on video. It's probably out there. Just look at his son, Hunter Biden.
What about his daughter?
Well,
God.
yes, we do have the daughter. That's a whole nother situation. If you're asking me if he did something with Ashley Biden, I think that's her name. If you're
Ugh.
asking me, I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
but there
So,
are
ladies and gentlemen, some of the comments heard tonight on the Michael Deacon program are not necessarily those of the production.
That's true. I'm just sort of, going off here, but yes,
Spitball.
there are journal entries that say, she took showers with Joe Biden, Joe
Who?
Weinstein, as I like
Who?
to call him,
Who?
the baby sniffer Joe Biden.
No. But who took a shower with him?
The
His
daughter. Yes.
Get out of here! No way.
Well, that's what
Get out! Really?
That's what the
Diary says.
That's what the diary says. I mean, I'm not the one that
No
just
way. That
made this
can't
up.
be real.
I'm not the one who wrote it down on a piece of paper, Mike.
I'm sure I'm sure I know that, but I'm just saying I've heard about this diary, and they haven't proved that it's hers.
Well,
Yep.
I didn't have to be on the Titanic to know it went down, to know it sunk, Mike.
That's a really good analogy, Mike. I like that.
I like it too. Me too.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I slept with my father.
CM5891, Granddaddy is your friend. Michael Deacon, I love you. Good night and good luck. Trust me, I don't need luck. I have Jesus Christ on my side. I have Christ on my side.
And Nancy Pelosi.
And I have Nancy Pelosi on my side, so I will never die.
I had father.
No, I
Paul
still
on my
think that
side.
we should send you and Mike down to Florida to find dates.
And find Matt Gates, the other sex trafficker?
No, dates.
Oh, dates. Oh, I thought you were
No,
talking about...
I think you'll actually be able to find dates down in Florida easier.
Oh, you want me to find a date with a Cuban woman in Florida?
Yeah. No, you should take Mike down there and do double dating down in Florida.
We'll have a double date with Matt Gates and his underage girlfriend.
And maybe I can find a retired.
Well, no,
woman.
she'll have friends that she can refer.
It's a joke, by the way. We don't really know that for sure about Matt Gates. It's just a joke. Don't tell him I said
I
that.
just want the video rights.
People run this country, man.
Well, what was that, Dave?
What kind of sick people run this country?
A lot of sick, twisted people out there that work for the government being accused of sex trafficking, but of course they sort of sweep it under the rug.
Showering with their daughters.
Showering.
Crack. What's going on, man?
Smoking crack. Exchanging needles. I mean, that's what's going on with the elites of the world. It's so sick. It's so sick. It's a sad world, and we do
ridiculous.
Yes, yes, it's a very sad world. And caller, I do appreciate. I appreciate you, Mr. Canada and Dave. I want to thank both of you for calling in and being a part of the program. We do have to let you go. It's been a while. We have to move on with some more phone calls.
Good night,
here.
guys.
We love you. Definitely join patreon.com/Michael Deacon. You can get more gold, more content.
Thanks,
if
Michael
can
Deacon.
afford
You
it.
rock, man.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we love you very much. Take care. Good night. And there they go, boys and girls. If you want to be part of the program, now is your chance to shine. And we do have another phone call here. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
Hey,
What's up, sir?
Michael, I got a call for you, but I can't seem to link it through. So I'm gonna get them to call you up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them to call in.
Probably another Max. I don't know for sure.
Another Max. So we have another Max coming in.
Maximilian, man. Yeah.
Maximilian.
Figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maximus.
Thank you so much. Great show, by the way.
Thank you. It's been
And
fun.
hi,
It's things
it's
are.
hideous for me.
Mike, say hi to our friend here.
Hello, my friend there.
It's Bacon.
Yes.
Hey,
Nice to meet
Bacon.
you. Nice to see you
Frank,
again.
right?
Yeah.
Frank Bacon. How
Yeah.
are you, buddy?
Wait till you guys hear from Hans. I'm gonna have Hans call in.
Okay.
And see what we
Han Solo.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Han Solo.
He
Thank
sounds
you.
German.
And there he goes. Yes, we are ready for whoever wants to call in. We are taking your calls right now. We are doing this little thing we do here every night live. And by the way, if you want more bonus content, please go to patreon.com/Michael Decon. And I believe we do have another caller. Is that you, Frank, or is this someone else?
This is Frank Stanton. How you doing?
This is Stan Hansen. Is that you from Japan?
No, it's not. I was going to use a pseudonym. My name's Hans. So
Hans.
I did Hans Utter. I did a bunch of shows like Gnostic Media.
Where are you from, Hans?
I am in the heart of America, Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. We like that. I'm glad you're not from New Jersey. I'm excited to talk to you. Mike, that was just a joke. I'm sorry. Just a joke, Mike. Don't worry. I'm having fun. Go ahead, caller. I'm glad you're here, Hans. Thank you for being a part of the program. We love that very much.
Yeah, great. Hey, well, I don't. Frank is kind of throwing me to the wolves or throwing me to the sheep. I don't know, but I just trying to connect here energetically with this particular time. It's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Palindrome 121121.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to you. We love that. Can you reveal your age, or are you, kind of scared to do that here? What's going on? Some people don't like to reveal their age.
That is something where I have, because I'm a professional performing artist. I've been, going, say I'm 28. I'll be 29 next year. No, I can reveal my age.
You've been 29 for 10 years.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I've been 29 for a while.
That's
but,
okay.
Hey, I still feel good. I sound like what do you call it? A debutante.
Enemy spotted.
No, but the main thing is that I really hope people are connecting to this juncture of space-time that we have to create and to step into this new Earth that's going to unfold. And the other side is the eternal damnation of being part of the AI technotronic control matrix. So I guess that's my thought, and just respond to that if you like it.
Understood. Yes, we are living in a very strange time. And the year is just wrapping up. Do you see things getting better for humanity, or do you see things getting worse, by the way, Hans?
Well, I think it really depends if you can grasp the import of the time and sort of clear all the obscurations in your life, in your physical environment,
Right.
relational
Life is short. Yes, we shouldn't get caught up emotionally with a lot of things that we tend to do. That's very true.
Well, I'm talking more about deep patterns, right? So there's a lot of things that are sort of installed. And if, like a lot of my work, in terms of not my academic work.
Where can people find your work if you do have a body of work, by the way? Where can people find that?
I've got a new book.
You got a new book?
Yep. The Awakened Radiance of Mind, The True Palace of Freedom. And that's, I've just been selling, I got hard copies, I've been selling them today. I'm going to put that up on Amazon. You just put my name in, and, with, I think there's a bunch of this, shows I've done, like on YouTube, but they're still there,
Nice. Okay, well, yeah, definitely give me a link, by the way, and I will include it in the notes here. So if anybody wants to buy your work, or at any time, send it my way, email me the link, and we'll let people know where to find your work, by the way.
Oh, well, hey, thanks, yeah. Well, I'll continue my point.
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
There's one thing, where one thing to notice is that there's patterns that repeat in your life. For example, certain types of relationships or situations.
Right.
Or, so what you're seeing is not just, there's a momentary transaction or whatever, but we're talking about patterns. These are things that at a certain point you're either attracting or you're manifesting these in your life. This is what the point to look at and to cut, to sever, right? To cut through that. This will allow the your own, awareness and own inner radiance to manifest. And this is really essential at this time, because any one of these, we call negative, habitual negative thought patterns, emotional energies. This is what the 6G technology feeds off of. 6G is the next generation. 6G is which biosymbiotic, where actually human beings are powering this grid, right? So you don't need satellite dishes. You just have human beings, but it literally feeds off of negative emotions. So the negative emotions are turned into power for the group hive mind control matrix that you're permanently locked into. Right now, these things can be magnified. Sever that root to get that inner clarity, and you start. It's based on myself. I mean, I've seen, major shifts, transformations. Like music industry, man, you deal with a lot of people, all kinds of stuff. It's an ego driven.
Yeah, we're just talking about the very nastiness of the music industry. And by the way, does that change? Since we're talking about this, we're talking about these groups, these big groups, these titans and rock and roll. Yes, the titans of rock and roll, basically. A lot of them definitely took advantage of the power they had. And, there's stories out there of them banging underage girls, which is horrible, very illegal. Does that change anything for you, sir, at all? When you listen to these tunes?
Well, I did, just my background a bit. So I did, I think, okay, I'll say this now, pretty epic, series with the Gnostic media, music, mind control, and psychology. So I got into a lot of that stuff because my basic academic research is based on India, but I just applied my model to looking at popular music.
So that means no, in other words, that it doesn't have any effect on you, that you are for these groups molesting underage girls. Is that what you're saying, sir?
No, absolutely not. I'm just going to get to that. The point is that is that you start looking into this. You see a level of depravity, a level of manipulation of culture. I mean, even certain rhythms, right? We have certain rhythms that were derived from rituals, trance rituals, Santeria cult, going back, to other things in Africa, whatever, where summoning specific spirits to inhabit your body. And these were particular rhythms that were introduced into the popular music.
Oh, yes. These sex rituals that go on. Yes.
But also possession. I mean, even sex goes beyond sex. It goes in, what L. Ron Hubbard used to do, which is soul fracturing. You fracture someone's soul. And that's.
I've done a lot of that, by the way. I fractured many souls out there just by the sound of my voice.
Oh,
You wouldn't even imagine what I've done to bodies physically. You don't want to know.
So what do you think about that then? What's your
Things got really paranormal right now. I was talking about murder and all this crazy shit. I apologize, folks. I don't know what happened to me. I think I was possessed for a moment there, but now I'm back on the light. Now Jesus is here with me. He's talking through me now. Yes, folks. Always good. We are back. Mike, are you still with us, or has Satan possessed you yet again? What's going on back there?
Satan always possessed me. Yes, I'm here.
Rosemary's Baby's here with us. Mike, welcome back. Glad you are in the house. Things got a little dark there, but I promise we'll get back to the light here. And, you're right, caller. I'm not sure if Mike is on board with you, but I'm on board with you. I believe what you are saying to be true. I feel that there's a lot of these things that are sort of manipulating mankind, and it has for a long time. But that's the result of living in the so-called prison planet. And of course, I'm out here in Laurel Canyon, and you can feel the negative energy out here. It's very powerful.
Well, what's very interesting is that if you look at so the end of 1959, right? You have all these rock stars. You have the plane crash. You have all this stuff happening, right? People being taken out. It ends the rock and roll era, right? And then you go into this very, Pat Boone, real, kind of
get into the Marilyn Manson and
cheesy stuff. And then you have, right? And in the 60s, you have, and I did all this analysis of the date range. You have, Death Kennedy, and you have the Beatles arriving, and then you have the
Charles Manson,
yes, and then you have Altamont, right? The ritual sacrifice of the Green Man, whose name was Green, and I did a show on this. I somewhere out there, I don't have a copy, but I looked. There's a huge, very complex sigil. A mandala on the stage when they're performing that ritual sacrifice with the Hell's Angels, and of course, it's the first snuff film. Because, Jimmy Shelter, the Rolling Stones movie, they're sitting in the cutting room watching that occur. So it's like double. But what that did, what you have at the time, you have a shift in the drug, right? You have the LSD being cut with STP, right? So the LSD starts going bad. Then you have the move into hard drugs, the 70s. Then you have the corporate rock takeover. So that's mine.
Love that. We love that. And Mike, are you still on board here with us, Mike, or have you drifted off?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, I thought you were sort of, dreaming about the Catholic priest again.
That too.
I know. I'm thinking about him. He looks like Ronnie Dangerfield. I kid.
So when you guys, Frank told me when you guys was in the Misfit, which is it? I'm not talking to you, or is that Michael?
That's Michael Decon.
Yeah, I sang for the band for many years. It's been incredible.
Yeah. You know what, man? I love. I was I started doing punk rock. I was like 15, 16 years old. The initial energy, at least in that phase when I got into it, I thought it was really life affirming. Now, obviously a lot of people went down the drain, staying lifestyle, but initially I did really. It was really exciting, and whatever. I think, of course, I was pretty young, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on that and that lifestyle in that world? How was that for you?
Mike, I think you have to answer that question. Of course, I never sang in a band. I've only played in bands that were not as big as the Misfits, of course. But yes, I've only played small shows in clubs, not like Mike here, who's played in front of about 93,000 people at one time. Mike, go ahead and answer that question.
Actually, it was 100,000. But
Jesus Christ,
what was the question?
The question was like, what was it like being part of that world? I mean, how did you feel? I'll just say personally, like I got into like the concert show I did tonight. I play Indian music now. I also play some R&B gigs here and there, but I play like Indian music, raga, sitar. So like I had a higher dimension, but I really enjoyed it initially, that whole experience. But then I had to get out of that world because I felt it was it was just. I don't know, whatever it was, and all kinds of crazy shit, whatever. But I just wanted your take. Just I don't know what you felt being, where you are now, and what it was like, where you were.
He wants to hear war stories. In other words,
in 1998, after I got out of the Misfits, for 3 years I worked on a book called "King of an Empire to the Shoes of a Misfit," in which I had written down my entire experience as being a misfit lead singer for the band and going on tour in South America and Europe. So in a nutshell, it was an experience, but in a whole, there was a lot that happened, which is why I wrote a book. So there's really not an easy way to answer that sort of question. That aside, being a performer, a lead singer, and a musician, for 30 years in my own band, the Empire Hideous, I can tell you it was for me, it was an outlet that I enjoyed greatly. It was my ability to protest both politically and religiously rather than tossing Molotov cocktails at cops and punching veterans in the head. So
I like
that
those
was
things, by the way. I do that on the weekend with Antifa.
so yeah, I mean, you know what it's like. You just said you perform yourself. So I mean, it's for anybody who does it, they do it for the love of the music or the art itself. That's why I did what I did. I mean, at heart, I'm an artist.
He's an artiste.
That's what I started out doing: drawing, painting, and that sort of thing. And then I moved into music, and I do photography. I write. So
Mike is a bit of a renaissance man, by the way. And yes, Melissa, you do need the book. Mike did put out a great book, by the way.
I'm going to re-release it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
It's a good read, by the way. For those that don't know, Mike, he's quite the prolific writer in his own right. Does some entertaining writing, in my opinion, and it was quite lively. Was that a ghostwriter, or was that you, Mike? Reveal your secrets
that was all
now.
Me.
Okay, I was about to sort of, like kill you, but I'm glad you revealed your secrets to us. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's I wrote the whole thing. It took me a year to write it. Everything that was written in the book was taken directly from the journals that I had kept.
Ooh, the journals,
over the last 10 years. While I was on tour with the band, each time we went on tour, I wrote an entire journal.
While you were on tour with Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I wish. But no, yeah, I would, each time I went on tour, I wrote a book with the band, and I kept dates, times, and locations and names. And I knew exactly where, like when I had to write about something, I knew exactly where I was, what time it was, and what the date was. So I was very accurate. So the book basically covers my life from the beginning of Empire Hideous in 1988 up to about the year 2000. And then it stops. When I re-released the book in 2016, I added an additional chapter. Now that book has since sold out. However, this coming summer, I'm going to be re-releasing the very last third print version.
Nice.
Of my book.
And will we be listed in the credits, by the way? Will it say the Michael Decon program now is quite epic because Mike Hideous is here, blah, blah, blah. Kiss my ass.
It's smell my ass.
Something like that. By the way, hold on, Hans. We do have another caller here. Let's bring them in before we lose them. We want to be very polite with our time. And of course, the people that call in, we want to be nice to them too. Caller, go ahead. Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind?
Yeah, question for Mike Hideous.
Oh, Mike, go ahead. He's listening.
Hi.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, question for you. Top 3 songs for Empire Hideous, and your top 3 songs for Bronx Casket Set, and top 3 songs for the Misfits.
Ooh.
Under the Bridge. Just kidding.
Top 3 songs for Empire Hideous would have to be Heaven Raining Bullets.
That's my favorite, by the way. Yes.
2 Minutes to Midnight and God and I. Top 3 songs with Bronx Casket Company. Gee, I can't even remember the titles to some of those songs. Don't Pray for Me, No Miracles, and I think, what was the other one? Other Me. I can't even remember the titles. And the Misfits would have to be all the old ones. Vampira, Die Die My Darling, and probably either Ghouls Night Out or maybe Horror Business.
Good songs, by the way. Were those songs that you like performing, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I only performed with Bronx Casket Company once. We only performed one show together with me in Virginia, but that was it. I played that show and boom, I got fired.
You got fired.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Where are you calling from, caller? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Wisconsin, man, and I love you, Mike. I think Bronx Casket screwed up, man, because Dee Verney, he was not anywhere near as good a vocalist as you from everything I've seen with his videos.
And I really appreciate you saying that. With all respect to Dee Dee, I talked to him so many times. I begged him. I'm like, Dee Dee, look, I'm a lyricist and a vocalist. Please let me write my own lyrics and put them, like, you write the music, I'll write the lyrics and sing. But he wouldn't have it. There's only one song that I wrote the lyrics to, and it's on the third album. I think it's on the third album. It's called I Live for Death. And I actually wrote the lyrics for that one song, but I never got any publishing rights or anything like that. He kept all the publishing rights on everything. So, but, I kept telling him, like, I would try to tell him, like, let me write. If you let me write my own lyrics, I can give you more of myself.
Right.
Like more energy and emotion from myself. But he wrote these songs. I hate to say it, but to me, when I read the lyrics to the Bronx Casket, the first three albums, he wrote all the lyrics, and to me, they're empty. And
they're not your songs. That's why
they're not.
They're not your songs. That's the problem.
There are rhymes simply for the sake of rhymes of another word, and there's no meaning to them. So I really couldn't get into it after a while, and I was like, and another thing is, I was never a heavy metal musician. I grew up in a punk rock band, so to speak. I mean, I was, when I was a freshman in high school, I liked heavy metal, AC/DC, Judas Priest, Van Halen, Kiss, all those bands. But then later on, I moved into new wave, then punk rock, and then hardcore, and then the whole the horror punk stuff, and then goth. So I never really got into metal. So when they asked me to sing for the Bronx Casket,
Mike got into Green Day shortly after.
Truth be told, I wasn't even into to metal.
You weren't even into Megadeth, by the way.
Oh, I hate Megadeth. I can't stand that.
I think Megadeth is actually better than Metallica, in my opinion.
Oh, come on.
I'm a Dave Mustaine kind of guy now. I kind of feel like, I kind of like Dave Mustaine. He's got some good riffs. Not so bad.
I just bought Metallica's Kill 'Em All on CD. I haven't had that record in almost 30 years.
Oh, Metallica, Mark. No wonder you don't like Dave Mustaine. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
Yeah, wow. I got those first, couple Bronx Casket albums, man. I blast them all the time, man, with Mike on them. And yeah, I did not like it after he went to D.D. Verney as the vocalist, because that guy is not a legit vocalist to be. I was a big fan of Mike with, the Misfits when he stepped in, and he did a great job.
Mike did a great job. You are right, caller. Mike stepped up to the plate. He actually has a great vocal range, and, he's quite talented. My favorite track from Mike Hideous, I would have to say, is Where Have You Been? I believe that showcased his musical talent, his vocal talents, great range on his voice there. And Big Grime says Metallica sucked. We have a Dave Mustaine fan here, but yes.
But if you listen to the first Metallica album, Kill 'Em All literally started it all. I mean, that album from front to back is just amazing. I mean, they kind of
what
lost
about
it
Garage
after,
Days?
after
Come on, dude, you're overdoing it.
What's that?
What about Garage Days? Yeah, that's
Garage
old school.
Days was okay, but I mean, that's covers.
Kill 'em all. Kill 'em all. Come on, Garage Days, dog. No, it started way back with Garage Days. Then we had Ride the Lightning. Then we had Kill 'Em All. Come on, son. Come on.
Yeah,
Kill 'Em All.
Kill 'Em All first.
Then we had Master of
Ride
Puppets.
the Lightning next, and then Masters of Puppets. And Masters of Puppets, after Cliff Burton died, they kind of they went through a change, and then I don't know. I wasn't really into them after that.
Dude, that was a fucking amazing bassist. Cliff Burton, that guy could shred.
Very talented, yeah.
He was all right.
Great bassist. Mike, not impressed with the musical prowess of Cliff Burton.
Well, I'm going to say he's great because he's dead. He's all right. He was okay.
He's all right. He's a piece of shit. I'm glad he's dead. Fuck that guy. I'm glad he's not alive. He would have got COVID.
I mean, let's, make fun of Michael J. Fox and Cliff Burton. It's cool.
I know, it's fine. No big deal.
Michael, Mr. Decon, I owe you an apology. I apologize for calling in, and
acting like a guy that has hemorrhoids really bad.
We would have never known
But,
you had hemorrhoids.
yeah. It was such a surprise that I was actually prank calling. But I do appreciate you, dude. You actually are pretty talented, I think, as a host. Not that that's a secret. Sir?
Oh, wow. Well, that's very, very kind of you to say that. We appreciate the kind
No,
words.
I mean, I feel bad. I
We
feel
do.
bad because I called in and I was kind of a jackass and I had fun. And you were very, why does Mike continue to laugh like a hyena?
Mike,
in the
why?
back? I mean,
Mike, why are you laughing like a hyena back there? What's your problem?
He's like a Fred McMahon, dude.
Mike,
He's
what's your
Fred McMahon
problem
of the
back
show.
there? We don't worry about Vince McMahon back there in my ear.
But listen, Mr. Deacon.
Yes, sir.
If I could speak for like 30
Go ahead.
seconds.
We're hearing
I
you.
was actually being serious.
What
The
do you
whole
mean?
MK Ultra thing is very real.
It is
It's-
real.
sir.
No, I agree
It's
with you.
very fucking real.
We're actually
As a matter of
seeing these operations that the FBI, are part of the COINTELPRO. We are actually seeing this happen with CNN when you're seeing these sort of FBI sort of. Anyways, we'll leave that alone. But yes, we are sort of seeing this happening right now. I don't even have to go into detail. We don't really have to get into detail about this. We already know. We've known about this for a long time. We're starting to see.
Well, I mean, Max
Yes,
has
sir.
a lot to say about this.
Max does have a lot to say about this, indeed. Very true. And of course, the safety doc, shout out to the Michael Decon program. Go ahead, Max. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I don't want to.
You don't
I
wanna
don't
bring
want to
Max.
come off like a fucking split personality lunatic. I mean, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy, yes. You would be a psychopathic, pathological, neurological liar at that point, yes.
But maybe perhaps, Mr. Deacon, maybe perhaps we could all possess a sense of actual reality inside of ourselves if perhaps we're a little more honest with ourselves. If we're living through a fictitious reality. Mike, not you, Mr. Deacon, but the other Mike.
The other
He was
Mike.
giggling like a little. Yeah, will you please tell him to shut up?
Mike, you need to shut your goddamn pie hole up there.
Thank you. No. I've heard whoa about 50 times. It's very explicit. And sir, what I was trying to tell you from the beginning,
If you would pay the fuck attention,
Ooh.
just shh.
Yeah, that's creepy.
For a second, I mean, I love all of y'all. I especially love Mike Deacon. He let me back on the program. He hasn't even hung up on me. That is a fucking host.
Well, I mean, you did
Okay,
call
Mike-
in. I'm not going to be rude. You could talk. It's okay.
Well, rude. I mean, this day and age.
I mean, you called in. There's some energy being sort of exchanged. I do like all the calls. We're not worried about
There's a
that.
good energy.
Yes, we like that. We love the sexual energy. That's why we're in Laurel Canyon.
Oh, wow.
We're provoking the
Are you
spirits.
feeling this? Is it
Um,
just me? I mean,
Oh, well, yes, this is a very sexual show that happens every now and then
I
at this hour. That's what happens.
By the way, can I ask you a personal question, Mike? I mean, it's not personal. I don't want to be too personal. And, of course, you don't have to answer it.
Well, you can ask
Dude,
me
I've been-
any question you want. I'm an open book. I'm a knowledge of wealth. Go ahead. I wasn't molested. Go ahead.
And this is not a setup, and I'm not attacking you. I'm done attacking you. I've been looking for a long lost friend. Ex parte. He's been missing in action, and I don't know. Maybe you know. K-Dub. Has anybody on here heard of K-Dub?
Are you talking about the guy from Seattle? We do know of a K-Dub that does live in Seattle. We do know him. He is a solicitor here on the program. He's in the chat room. I don't know what he's doing. He might.
I have bad. I have very, very sad information.
He contracted AIDS. What happened?
Take your hats off, sir, please.
I'm sitting down
Take
for
your hats
this
off,
one.
bow your head. I hate to break it to you.
Are you serious?
Mr. K-Dub.
Don't do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
don't say this
All
to
I
me.
know is that no, I'm not saying anything bad. Like I'm just saying potentially.
Oh,
potentially.
shit.
Like like if I were to shoot a gun and a bullet were to come out and I loaded it, like that potential. Finish him. K-Dub is no longer with us.
Are you fucking serious?
All I can say, the very eloquent, highly intelligent, most sophisticated amongst us. And have you ever seen K-Dub Wright? Like, he's a very brilliant.
He's a very amazing individual, yes. And you are telling me
people can laugh at him, but he's quite sophisticated, quite sharp, and
he's quite intelligent.
Quite loved by many.
He's very intelligent, yes. We are talking about a listener, by the way.
I don't agree with his political establishment.
Well, you know,
beliefs, but however,
he was molested too, by the way.
Of course, that's how it works.
That's how it starts.
That's how it works.
That's how it starts. Yes.
That's actually yes, Mike. I think I'm starting to like you more. Like I think we're bonding, actually, and that's kind of awkward.
We will be having sex later on. Yes, that's true. we will be making love under the pale moonlight.
There he is again. I heard the laughing hyena again.
The hyena man is back there. He's laughing. Ooh, now he's doing an evil laugh like we were up all night watching that one network that was around USA Showtime.
Wait, I'm pretty sure K-Dub's okay. I think K-Dub's okay.
K-Dub is okay.
I think he's okay. However, he's gone. He's like, missing in action, MIA. So
that's sad.
I just want to send a message to the populace, to the masses, to the bovine masses that listen to this, because you are, Mike, come on, people do tune in, as you know.
That's true. Yes.
K-Dub, we do love you.
We do love you, K-Dub. We hope you recover from, I don't know what's going on with you, but we do hope you make a speedy recovery and you do not end up like Freddie Mercury.
That's right.
Or dying of COVID, by the way. I don't know.
Freddie Mercury. No, this is not an HIV thing. This is more of a, I'm speculating. I think it's more of a COVID crisis.
It's more of a COVID thing.
Yes, sir.
It's like a Colin Powell thing. Okay.
I'm so lost.
You're lost in space. It's okay, Mike. It's okay. This is a safe zone. We're just talking about another listener out there, a great noble man who might have died of AIDS.
Oh my!
Or of COVID.
We miss K-Dub.
We don't know. It's not confirmed yet, but
and
these are just rumors that we're hearing. Okay, I'm glad we don't know.
If he's listening,
if he's listening,
I want him to know I love you, and you are my brother. And goddamn, I especially appreciate your poetry. You, sir, are a gentleman amongst gentlemen, and you are a scholar amongst men. Thank you.
Are you going to date K-Dub
I'm sorry, but if you knew K-Dub, you would know that.
Would you date him, true. By the way?
Oh, goddamn.
You're not his type?
I'd be a $3 bill in a second.
Oh!
Oh, my. Well, there you have it, folks. Yeah. We are seeing it firsthand. This is how it starts. This is how people get molested.
That's not how it starts.
This is how people find each other online and do all kinds of bad decisions. Now we're seeing a cycle of it.
Yes, sir.
But yes,
this is true.
By the way, we do have to move along here. I do want to thank you for calling into the program, sir.
Thank you, sir, for having me. And I want to appreciate you for being open-minded, influential, and also very, very, what's the terminology here? Very stretchatory. That makes no sense. I appreciate you, Mike, for being very open-minded and allowable and patient as you are.
I'm quite perspicacious. This is true.
And I appreciate you and those around me who listen to you, who have any speculation about you. I will go to bat for you, my friend, and say that.
Well, thank you.
Michael Decon is a man to be a man above men, who has been called to a high calling. And if you have a problem or a quarrel with him, you can take it up with me, because I love that man the same way gold loves the earth.
I love that, by the way. That's going to be recorded. It's going to be a sound drop, and it will live forever.
Actually, I love Mike's laughter in the background this time. Okay, buddy. Y'all have a good night. And Godspeed. And remember, we are always moving forward in a direction of vagina. I mean, come on, that is ass. I mean, come on, Mike. You know, Mr. Decon, I understand you're a man of morality, but come on, Mike, the laughing hyena, you know, come on.
Mike, Mike, you're going to have to calm it down with the laughter. You're
No, he gets it. He gets it.
You're annoying this caller, Mike, with your laughter. You're going to need to tone it down, Mike. It's too much for him.
Apparently.
It's too much for him. You're going to make him lose his mind.
At the very least, I want to tell you both that regardless of the MK Ultra and the fact that we are all being bombarded, obviously, from the elite powers above us, I love you and Merry Christmas very much. Thank you, sirs.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And good night, and I bid you all a good adieu. Okay.
I love you so much. Thank you so much for that call.
I love you too, sir. I love you too, Mr. Mike in the background. And listen, I'm going to be tuning in.
Yes, sir.
And when I get my own radio program,
you'll do it.
Trust me, sir. I'm very talented, and I can also do this too. When I get my own radio program, I'll tell people about you, and I'll tell them of the legacy of where I came from, and I'll tell them.
You'll remember me.
Well, one day, yeah, I'll tell them, Mr. Decon. I'll tell them. One day I called into the Decon program, and they were really nice to me, and then I was inspired. Yeah, I was inspired to make my own radio station, so I kicked ass and took names like a mother.
Nice. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
And y'all have a good night.
Yes.
And I love you so much.
Love you so much. Call in again, my friend. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Goodbye, my friend.
Good night. And there he goes, boys and girls. That was another fantastic caller. And I believe we have another caller who has stepped up to the plate. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
Hey, gentlemen. I only have like 5 minutes, so I'm going into work.
Okay, go ahead.
But I just want to tell Mike.
Drop it on him.
Mike, when I was in high school, you guys inspired us. We had our own, it was a punk band, usually a ska punk.
Ska band, yeah.
And we always used to see you guys were all ripped. So we all started working out. We got pretty ripped.
Hold on, buddy. Are you talking about the Misfits, or are you talking about Empire Hideous?
Misfits.
Okay, because you know, I never played in America. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Texas right now.
Oh, okay.
Texas.
You know, I never played with the Misfits in America.
Oh, okay.
You might have seen Michael Graves.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he thinks you're Michael Graves.
Yeah, no, I'm not Michael Graves. I'm Mike Hideous.
Oh, shit. Michael Graves.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, it's embarrassing for me, too. All right, guys. Well, I got to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No problem.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you, brother. Oof.
Yikes.
Oof, Mike. That was...
I can't tell you how many times that's happened.
He's like, I liked you, and I liked you on Famous Monsters, Mike.
How many times?
You were great. You were great singing Saturday Night, Mike.
I got to tell you a story. One time I was in a bar. I'm in this bar. It's a nightclub, and this girl, sitting at the bar. She's a little hammered, and she's talking to me, and she's hitting on me. And eventually she says to me, she goes, I know who you are. And I'm like, oh, you do? She's like, yeah, you sang in the Misfits. And I'm like, yeah, I did. She goes, yeah, you were great. And she's going on and on. She goes, Michael Graves. I was like, no. I'm not Michael Graves.
Oh, man. You were like, well, I could pretend to be Michael Graves. You're like, I'll sing Saturday Night too.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, that's a hard one. That's a tough one to recover from. That's that's gonna leave a mark. And I believe we still are talking to a few people here on the line. Who's on the line here with us? Are you still out there listening in?
Hey, it's Hans. I'm still here.
Hans,
Yep,
I'm so glad. Oh my God, I feel bad for putting you on hold like that.
Oh, that's all right.
You weren't
know,
exactly, you weren't really on hold though. You were kind of just joining us here on this sort of conference call. I believe there's even someone else here on the line. I'm not even sure who's on the line, but all of you guys can talk, by the way. It's okay.
Yeah, but hey, I wanted to say to Mike, you know, like the Metallica, when that came out, man, there was nothing like it. You know what I mean? It was revolutionary. I agree with him on that point. But
thank you.
Going back to Metallica.
Yeah, I wanted. No, I mean, I like that album. That's about it. You know, they really they got so pretentious and cheesy, man.
I liked Metallica too. I liked when Michael Grace was singing for them as well. He has a good version of Ride the Lightning. Yeah, he was great. Yeah, he was great in Ride the Lightning, and what's that other song? I can't even think of another Metallica song.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Mike Hideous Yeah, Mike Hideous was actually singing in that song as well.
He sang for Metallica.
He sang for them, yes. He also sang for Rush.
Beatles. He was in the Beatles too, right? Yeah.
I was in the Beatles.
But I really just want to say thank you guys for just letting me throw some stuff out there, and I'm want to give a little promo to Frank Bacon on Hive.
Do your thing. Go ahead, plug away.
Okay, you check out. My website is mostly just it's I need to update it. So, but
your website is mostly nonsense. Is that what you're saying, sir? Or do you just need to work on it?
No, it just needs to be updated.
Okay.
It's just I use it for like promotion booking.
We're kidding, folks.
HansButter.com.
Okay.
Mind Control Music, WordPress.com. But yeah, it's cool. And you know, it may be too deep for what you guys want to get into. You talk about MK Ultra. You want to talk about the fracturing of the personality.
Yes, Hans.
The various cubes.
Yes.
You know, the cube state. But I was what I was trying to get to with Mike was like, I had this experience several times where it's like either you can sign a document in blood. You know what I mean? It's like, if I go here, if I do this, I'm going to cross the threshold and I'm going to get a lot of momentary benefit. And I always retreated from that. And maybe that's why I'm not rich. Well, I'm relatively rich considering I, just doing music, but
you're rich in spirit, Hans.
Experience like that where you're crossing the line. Like I was doing the hip hop stuff and like that, there's some crazy shit in the hip hop world too, man.
Now you're getting too crazy for us, but thank you, Hans, so much for calling in. We will talk to you soon. Definitely call in again, my friend. We want to hear back from you.
Oh, wait, thanks a lot. Well, have a great night.
Thank you, Hans. Yep. Love you, brother.
Good night, Hans.
Hey, good night, and God bless you.
God bless you, Hans.
Yeah, have a happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Hans. Stay safe out there. And I believe we are joined by another caller here. Go ahead, caller. You are live on the air.
So what do y'all think about Les Claypool?
Les Claypool, we do like.
Les Claypool.
Yes, he's actually a really pretty interesting character.
He is extremely interesting.
Very interesting. We do like him very much. And hold on there, caller. Stay on the line. We're going to bring this person on as well. I don't want you to hang up. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air here. We're just sort of doing our thing here. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, there's a question from Mike Hideous. Does he have any funny stories or good stories from any of the bands he was in, whether it be the Empire Hideous or Bronx Casket set or the Misfits?
Do you have any funny stories with Michael Graves? Go ahead, Mike.
I'm afraid we don't have enough time for me to tell all the stories, but yeah, there's a lot of crazy things that I did with Empire Hideous. More so that I did with Empire Hideous than I did with the Misfits. There are more things that happened with Empire Hideous than any other band that I ever did.
Hopefully that answered your question there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Cole. To go into it, like what's the funniest thing? Oh my God, there's so many different stories that I could tell you, and I mean, you got to remember, I started that band in 1988, so a lot of things happened. But I wish I could give you like a straight off answer, but it's really something I'd have to think about, and I don't think we have enough time to go into it. But I do appreciate that question.
It was the time Mike pretended to be Michael Graves and banged that groupie. in Germany.
There's a lot of fun sex stories I could tell you. But I don't know if we have the time or if we'd even get kicked off YouTube for that. That answer your question?
Did that work, caller?
Yeah, I think so. Unless he had, just something really good that he thought of that was,
Well, what could I? Where do I even go with this? I'll never forget the one time we did a show. We did this mini tour across like to mid central USA, and we hooked up. I'm not even going to mention any names because I don't want to make the guy feel bad. But one of the shows we did was in Pittsburgh, and the guy who we did, there were two other bands there. One of the bands was a single guy in a band, did everything himself. He offered to let us stay at his place after the show, and so we did. I was the only one who slept in the van that night because we were each taking turns. One person had to sleep in the van with all the equipment just to make sure nothing got stolen. Everybody else slept in that guy's place.
Did you sleep in his bed, by the way?
Say again?
Did you sleep in his bed?
No, I slept in the van. Where were you? I just said that.
You didn't sleep next to him. Why not?
In the morning, it's, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, all the band members, my band, Empire Hideous, they all come out and they're like banging on the door to open the van door. And I'm like, hey guys, what's up? He's like, dude, my drummer Raphael goes, dude, you do not want to go in there. I'm like, why? He goes, dude, he's like, it's just disgusting. He's like, there's garbage bags everywhere. There's flies flying around and like cockroaches. So I go in. It was just absolutely disgusting. I was going to go brush my teeth and take a shower. When I went into the bathroom, there was like mildew and mold on the sink. There was like wet towels on the floor. It was disgusting. So here's the funny thing. So after we leave Pittsburgh, the very same guy whose house we stayed at, the filthy house, we go to another place in Pennsylvania. Where did we go? York, Pennsylvania. And we played this other place. And when we played, the guy whose house was disgusting, he never took a shower. He did a show that night, never took a shower. Did a show the next night, never took a shower. And then the people who we stayed at in York, I forget how they said it. The host of the house in York said, "Who wants to sleep in our bed?" It was him and his girlfriend. "Who wants to sleep in our bed? We'll sleep on the couch." So the guy who was from Pittsburgh, he slept in their bed. We were like, no, don't let him. He hadn't showered in 2 days. The guy was filthy disgusting. After we left, we told the guy from York, burn your fucking bed, man. Because
he probably got hepatitis after that.
Oh my God, it was just disgusting. So yeah, that was one of the fun tour.
And COVID, by the way.
Fun things on tour.
Well, hopefully that answered your question there, caller. Thank you for calling in, by the way. We love that.
Who asked about Les Claypool?
Good Lord.
Yes, sir. Who did call in asking about Les Claypool? Are you still on the line there, sir? Or did you hang up? I think the guy who called in asking about Les Claypool is gone from Primus, yes. I think that guy hung up, but Les Claypool, I believe he actually auditioned for Metallica.
I think he did.
Coincidentally.
I met Les Claypool in Sweden at what was called the Hultsfred Festival. That was the biggest show I ever played in my life. There was 12,000 people in the audience. And I met Les Claypool. He came right up to me, like, and you know who introduced him to me?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
No, the lead singer from the Deftones. Chico? Not Chico. Shit, I can't remember his name. The lead singer from the Deftones introduced me to Les Claypool.
Okay,
I got to talk to him for a while.
Very cool.
That was really cool.
That
very,
is
very interesting.
very cool, yes. Very, very nice. And do we still have anyone on the line here with us?
Yeah, he's 7 years from Wisconsin.
There we go. We got our boy from Wisconsin here. Thank you for being here, sir. I'm sorry that we sort of left you there.
No, you guys are doing great.
We left you hanging there. I feel bad. We left you there like a red-headed stepchild.
You're the one who asked us about Les Claypool, right?
Not Les Not Les Claypool, but I asked you earlier what your top 3 songs for all your bands.
Oh yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
we were
Okay,
talking
sorry
about your top 3 songs there, and Mike, as I said, "Where Have You Been?" I believe is your best work, to be honest.
Oh, from Spy Society.
For Spy
All right,
Society.
Yes, that's a whole different type of music and band. Yeah, I mean, I loved Spy Society. I mean, I hate to brag, but I think it was one of my best musical ideas. It was marketable. It was catchy. We had a look. I mean, I think Spy Society was a great band.
It was
I hate to
awesome.
brag.
I liked it. It's quite good. If no one has heard it, I'm sure you have heard it on the intro here on on this program. You hear that in the intro. We use that song quite often here, Mike.
Yep, and I'm proud to have it played.
It's a great song.
Thank you.
It is a very good song. Caller, anything else you'd like to ask before we cut you loose? And I apologize for delaying you here for so long.
No, mad respect for you guys. Thank you for all you guys do. Yeah, and respect you guys and the show and Mike. Yeah, I've got all your stuff from the Misfits to
from way back in the day,
or Empire Hideous to Mike or Spy for Nice, Spy Society. I got all your stuff, man.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, guys. I respect it.
Exactly what it seems. Wake up today.
This song.
Just to lay back down and say, I won't be coming back.
We like that song here.
Yes.
But yes, caller, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate that greatly.
Thank you, caller.
And we are clear. Now we have the phone lines open. If anybody wants to come on in and call in before we bring the house down like a Chinese hospital, now is the time to do so. We want to hear you. That number is 424-666-2425. Definitely call in. Renee Jaime is in the chat there. Yes, and the chat, we do like Renee. We do like Vic Grimes. We do like Brett Lewis, Anthony Steven, CM5891. We do like Melissa there. El Taco Mex. We appreciate him as well. Lots of you people out there. I'm seeing lots of familiar names. Vic LTD, I believe, also was here. Lots of people checked out. We had JJ here earlier. We had all kinds of people here. And they all sort of dipped out. I guess they got tired of the program. They were like, fuck this show. This shit is dumb. And they checked out like a COVID-19 patient. Go ahead, caller. You are live on the air. And we are in Laurel Canyon. What's going on with you, caller?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Do I sound like Max?
I can't hear you. You need to talk closer to your phone. Bring the little device closer to your mouth there.
Do I sound like Max?
You don't sound like Max. You sound like you are far away from us. Like if you were in another galaxy.
Yes.
Are you calling in from a spaceship of sorts? We could barely hear you. I'm not sure why. Are you on a Obama phone?
No. No, I'm in the Texas Hill Country, and Elon Musk is just, a hop, skip, and a jump from me.
Why do you sound so low? Can you be louder on your phone there? Can you yell at us?
Hey!
That's better.
Thanks.
That's a lot better. Now we can barely hear you, but yes, I'm not sure what's going on with your phone there. But I'm glad you called in. We love the call. We appreciate it very much. I hope you're having a good time right now. We certainly do.
I am. I didn't even do the shot I was going to take before I called in.
Okay.
I'm going to do it right now. Cheers.
Renee's asking if you are Mark the Bagger from the Howard Stern Show. You kind of do sound like Mark the Bagger, by the way.
I've never even heard of Mark the Bagger.
Mark the Bagger. He was like, he was kind of around with that band, the Bloodhound Gang. Is that what they were called back in the day? The early 2000s. Remember that band? The Bloodhound Gang. I believe Mark the Bagger was like friends with some of those boys out there during that time. Yes, Mark the
I've
Bagger.
heard of him.
Mark the Bagger, yes, from
Heard
the
him.
Howard Stern Show. Look him up. We do like the Howard Stern Show, and it was good. Back around 2010,
Really?
2012, we did like that a lot, yes.
Howard Stern is a fucking sellout piece of shit.
Howard Stern is a fucking piece of shit. Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
Some strong words there for the wig, the pelican,
Yeah,
Howard Stern.
He's a shot-loving motherfucker.
Oof.
Oh.
Kind of like he's kind of sound like Crazy Alice now.
I don't know who that is either.
She was a woman who would call in the Howard Stern Show and call him Gay Howard.
Oh, well,
Good
I don't
times.
know if he's gay, and I don't care about any of that. I just think once you try to impose a needle inside my body, you're kind of rapey.
You're kind of rapey, I know. You're kind of like a Harvey Weinstein with a needle.
That's right. That's right.
Steven is asking if this is Courtney Love. Are you Courtney Love? Did you kill Kurt?
No, she killed her old man.
Yes, I agree. That was horrible. She did kill Kurt Cobain, in my opinion. In my perception, it seems like she definitely had something to do with the murder of one Kurt Cobain.
Right.
Yeah, watch the documentary called Bleach. Pretty good inside look there. And yes, Renee Mark the Bagger is from the Whack Pack. Much respect, yes. Yes, I'm going back to my point there. What was my point? I have no idea, Mike.
Circle back like Saki.
Jen Psaki, is that who he said?
Yeah, she circles back. I can't stand that bitch.
You can't stand that bitch, Jen Psaki.
Can't stand it. Can't stand her. She's an it. She's a Jesuit.
She's a Jesuit, okay.
She's a liar.
She's a liar, and I'm not sure if I might have hit the wrong button here, by the way, folks. I might have hung up on the last caller there. I apologize if I did. Caller, you are on the line. Go ahead.
I'm on the line.
Whoa.
Brett Lewis here. I called in about Les Claypool.
You called in about Les Claypool?
Yeah, I'm the guy, man.
Oh, you're the guy who called in about Les Claypool. Yes, I was just saying that he did audition for Metallica, and I don't know. He didn't get the part. He didn't get the gig.
Yeah, I know all that. I'm a amateur bass player, and he's one of my icons, and I totally agree with you, Michael Decon.
Nice.
By Society 99, where have you been? It's my ringtone.
Oh, I love that. And by the way, since you play bass, are you the 5-string, or are you just rocking the 4? What's going on with you? What's your setup?
Well, I have 2 Michael Kelly acoustics. That's what I learned on. I've got a 93 Jazz Fender bass.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, and I also been traveling around in the van.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Well, Mike just mentioned he was the guard dog in the van. Sorry if I got internet lag.
That's
I'm out
okay.
here in
That's okay.
Goldendale, Washington.
Washington, okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
We love that. Love Washington.
Yeah,
We appreciate that. And we hope you are enjoying the show, my friend.
As always.
Nice.
And I've appreciated all the personal emails you've sent to me over the years.
Oh, yes.
And,
well, I am your friend. I am better than all your friends and family. This is a fact. Yes.
On a night like this.
On a night like this is true. You are a great listener, a great man. We love that about you.
Right on, man. I'll let you get back to ending the show. I just
Okay.
want to say,
Thank you, my friend.
Love you guys.
Really appreciate it so much. Thank you for the call. We love you so much, sir. Definitely call in again. Don't be a stranger now.
Well, never a stranger, but always seen.
Nice.
Word.
Word to your mother. Take care, my friend. Stay gold. And there he goes. And if you want to call into the program, now is that time, as I was saying earlier. I think I remember that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is on the screen. That number is 424-666-2425. That is the number. Definitely call in. Give us a shout. We'd like to hear from you. Go ahead. Now is your time to get involved with the program before we shut it down here, folks. You know, we do have to get going pretty soon here. It's quite sad. You know, I wish I could go on another hour longer, but I'm afraid we can't do that just yet. We have to sort of pull it back
How
a
you
little
feeling?
bit. I feel pretty insane right now. Like I could kill a man.
Damn.
Yes, I feel quite intense. I feel like I could kill someone right now, with magic, not physically, spiritually. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
How you doing? My name's hello, sir.
Is this Steve Langford? Who is this?
No, sir. My name's Lanyard.
Lanyard. Okay, I thought you said Steve Langford. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
I was
why,
thinking
you-
this isn't good.
you're-
I was thinking this is not
you got
good.
an association.
I know, right? Oh my God. So where are you calling from, sir? Where are you? Who are you? Where do you work for? Who is your father and what does he do?
My father is dead, and I live in West Texas.
West Texas. Did he die of COVID,
Kansas,
sir?
Texas, yes, sir.
Is he dead of COVID or was it
No,
a
sir.
train wreck?
My father.
Gunshot?
No, sir.
Stabbing?
Good Lord Jesus.
Suicide?
My father done blew his head off when I was a kid.
I called it. I said suicide. Give me a point.
Ooh, yes, sir.
I did it, folks.
Awkward.
I am sort of like a god. So your father blew his head off. What happened?
Well, sir. The family was in turmoil, and we all figured it out at the advent of his death and moved on, I suppose.
My goodness, my friend. And this happened at a very early age for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. I was about 2 years old.
Oh
when
my
this happened.
God. That is crazy.
awful.
That is awful, my friend.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I had a recollection of something that I went through when I was just a child, and I thought maybe. I mean, I'm a fan, but I thought maybe you guys would want to hear a story about something that I had gone through, but I'm not so sure.
No, I want to hear it from you. Go ahead. You called in. I'm all ears, my friend. Go ahead. The floor is
First
yours.
off, I'm a big fan of you, Mr. Deacon. I just can't say enough about you, and your co-host is I'm sorry, sir. Does he play guitar, or is he celebrity or something?
His name is Michael Graves. He's a singer for the Misfits.
No, don't listen.
Holy
to him.
shit! You got the Misfit singer with you.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah, but
Graves.
I'm not
He's
Michael Graves. Don't listen to Michael.
This is
I'm
Glenn
not Michael.
Danzig.
Michael Graves. Holy
No.
shit, sir.
I'm not Michael Graves. I'm not Michael Graves.
No,
I'm Mike.
no,
I'm Mike
he's
Hideous.
Mike Hideous. It's a different guy, different singer. It's it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. Oh my God, I dropped my phone. Sorry, go ahead.
Sir, don't please do. Well, I do a little sound engineering on the side. I was wanting to ask your co-host, sir, what kind of DAW are you working with there, sir?
I'm sorry. You're asking me, Mike Hideous?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DAW, like Pro Tools, sound.
Oh, no. You're talking to the wrong man. I'm a complete idiot when it comes to the computer.
So you don't know a goddamn thing. You don't know a goddamn thing.
He's
about
not
sound.
he's not a
goddamn
sound.
thing about it,
No, he's just a singer. He's not a
I'm
sound
just
engineer.
a singer, yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, believe it or not, I've actually recorded things on my Mac using
Yes, sir.
what's it called? GarageBand. I don't have
Holy
any
shit,
clue,
son.
nor am
You
I
goddamn-
qualified.
Hold on a second. Let's back the fuck up.
Let's back it up here. Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Deacon. I said a cuss word, and I do apologize.
Well, you
I
could
should not
say any word that's on your mind. It's okay.
No, sir. I apologize to you and your platform. I don't want to subject your audience to foul language.
Thank
I'm
you.
a Christian,
I'm a
sir.
Christian, too.
I'm a Christian.
Me too.
First and foremost. I know you are.
I'm a
I've been
Christian
listening
man.
to your program. Sir, it's from what I can understand, sir, you were recently saved.
I was recently, that's true. I was recently saved. I was
That's
baptized
the
in,
resurrection of the Rosemary and the Mother Mary.
I was baptized in moonlight, by the way, just recently.
Holy shit. Are you serious?
I'm very serious. I was baptized at 4 a.m. inside of a very cold river out here during, the Kern River. That's what it's called. I was out in the Kern River, and I was being baptized at about 4 a.m. So I have turned Christian. It's very true. This is not a lie. It happened, folks. I was saved by the Lord. Praise baby Jesus.
Sir, I would like to ask you and the audience I'm sorry, I'm taken aback. I would prefer if we could all collectively, that sounds so cliche.
I love that.
If we could just have a moment of silence.
We could just have a moment of silence right now. This is
Sure.
true. We need one.
Just a small, did I hear a giggle?
I heard a giggle too. Was that the hyena in the background?
Sir, if you could please collectively shut the fuck up while we have a moment of silence.
Mike, we're having a moment here of Jesus, and you're just ruining the vibe.
As much as I want to hate that son gun, I gotta say he's quizzically interesting. But can we please have a moment of silence in the name of the Lord?
We need a moment of silence here,
Mr.
folks.
Deacon.
Let's stay silent here. We have to be quiet,
I'll
folks.
say a quick prayer.
Go
and then
ahead.
we're just
I'm
gonna
bowing my
let you
head. Go ahead, sir.
Heavenly Father, we appreciate this time that we have together collectively. We are all brought to the same road, to the same rite of passage, through that of which that is something collectively brought together by the reckoning of truth. And in that truth, we transcend. In that transcendence, we understand brother and sister. We understand partner and friend. And even though the laughing hyena laughs his laugh, we can all relate to that part of us that laughs and transgresses, and that can't tell the difference. Thank you. That's all I have to say. And
Amen, baby.
I have to say.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
That was good. That was really good.
Anyways, I was real offshoot there. What I was going to say is that when I was a kid, I grew up in Katy, Texas, or that's not South Texas. I had a hell of experience when I was a kid. Somewhat paranormal, if I were to be honest with you, sir.
You kind of sound like you're a paranormal guy. You kind of sound paranormy, yeah. He's like paranormal-esque.
Well, it's
right.
It's been a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie to you, sir. It's been a long time ago, and I'm not gonna pretend like this shit happens all the time. But
that's okay.
A long time ago. I'm 40, 48.
It was so like you were like knee high to a grasshopper, in other words.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hear you.
About knee high to grasshopper.
Okay.
But when I was about just a little kid, I'm sorry, I have nothing else to call it. It was demonic activity, Mr. Deacon.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, I don't know what else to call it, sir.
I hear you.
I was undergoing something that was pretty strenuous, and what happened?
Something satanic.
To me, well, sir, if I could tell you straight up, my kinfolk used to puke when this used to happen.
Ooh.
They used to vomit. Yeah. So, I mean, I used to stand up in my bed as a child.
I see.
Sir, rotating in circles like Indian style. Just rotating.
Just rotating.
In circles. Yes, sir.
That's like that's like some exorcist stuff there.
It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. The only thing that keeps me sane about it is that it's a long time ago and I've outgrown it.
That's good.
If anyone, I will say this: if
Go ahead.
anyone in your audience has ever undergone night terrors, have you ever heard of night
I
terrors?
heard of night terrors. I was just going to say, did you see the Hat Man or the old hag? What happened to you?
Okay,
Oh no, did we lose you? Just when he was going to tell us about his night terrors and the old hag syndrome, the man got cut off. This is... God damn it.
Damn Satanists.
I blame this on you, Mike. If you would have molested more priests, this wouldn't have happened. This
He
is...
called me a laughing hyena.
Do we have any other one else on the line?
This has been one of the strangest shows we've ever done.
I don't know what happened. We had the caller, then he hung up, and it was gold. The story was good. God damn it, Mike. This is all your fault. I'm blaming it on you. I'm blaming it on you. Go ahead. If you do have caller, go ahead and call back in. We need to hear the story. You left us in stitches. We can't close the night off like this. We definitely need you to call back. That number is 424-666-2425. Definitely call back in. I don't know what happened there. Things were going good. We were bonding. We were sharing stories. We were holding hands. We were cuddling.
Praying.
We were going to third base. I don't know what happened there. We definitely need you to call back in.
I could tell
very
you this,
interested.
Michael. He's obviously never listened to this show before.
He probably never has, and he's probably wondering what the hell is going on here. This is a weird show. We need to get out of here. He's like, I need to hang up.
Oh, bro. Wow. What
I
a
know
night.
it was almost like Phil Collins with his recent performance. By the way, the guy was sitting down when he was with I think he was with Genesis. By the way, he's looking pretty frail. By the way, folks, and of course we are coming pretty close to Celebrity Death Pool. You know, Celebrity Death Pool is another name for it, but here on this show we call it Celebrity Death Pool. And I just want to mention that I'm looking at Phil Collins, 70 years old. He's looking like he might check out soon. So Celebrity Death Pool, we do have that coming up for you very soon. I think probably the next episode we will be doing Celebrity Death Pool, and right now we're going to do a sort of preview for you right now. The show's not over yet. I lied. We do have to talk about the Celebrity Death Pool, the little preview before we close it up, before we shut it down, before we pull it Larry Silverstein style, like Building 7. Yeah, before we get into that, we do have to talk about this though, folks. We got people. We have some live ones that may not be alive tomorrow. You know, we do have Joe Biden. He's looking pretty bad. The Joe Biden clone, as Jim the freight train says.
Freight train.
the train wreck, as Mike likes to call him. I don't know why. Mike likes to portray the professor as the train wreck. That's definitely not his name. But yes, Katz Kulo Jackson, or is that? Yeah, I think that's your name. Joe Biden for $200. I think that's what they're saying. They want Joe Biden down. They want him dead, 6 feet under. That is just ridiculous. That's crazy to say about the president. How dare you? That is Joe Biden you're speaking about. The man has a family. And now we have CM5891. He says, love it when Michael makes the pull it reference. Yes, it's good that I make that reference. It's a good one. I'm not like Harvey Weinstein. That would be a whole nother thing there. But yes, Joe Biden looking pretty awful as well. I think he might check out next year, Mike. I think he might die.
Let's hope so.
Oof. You're hoping he dies.
I hate that man. He's an idiot and a liar, and his family's corrupt.
How can you say that?
Easily. I'll say it again. I hate that man. His family's corrupt, and they're a bunch of liars.
Good Lord, Mike. You need to relax yourself there. It's a good
Calm
man.
down, Mike.
It's a good man that you are besmirching.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, 47 years in office, he's done nothing. Now he's a president, and he's still doing nothing. In fact, he's doing such a great job at doing nothing, he's destroying our country.
He's a good man, Mike. How dare you? But yes, Queen Elizabeth, another very popular pick, boys and girls. Many think she will be going down early next year.
She's like 120 at this point.
Queen Elizabeth, we are hoping for your death. Spiritually, not physically, spiritually. It's a gag. Don't worry. And of course, we have Betty White, another popular name that people believe will be checking out next year, folks. This is going to be crazy. We'll find out for sure. If Betty White will survive 2022, we're going to find out pretty soon. And of course, we have Clint Eastwood, another very popular name, another gentleman who I believe might be checking out. So everyone pay attention, keep an eye on Clint Eastwood. And of course, Dick Cheney, another one who I thought was dead. That might be a Mandela effect, but I'm not quite sure. I thought Dick Cheney was already dead.
Dick Cheney's dead.
I thought he was dead a long time ago.
He died like right after Trump became president.
I was going to say, someone said Dick Cheney, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, Dick Cheney died already. What are you talking about? But yes, Dick Cheney, already whacked, by the way.
Hopefully Pelosi will kick the bucket in a horrible way.
That's another popular name.
Yeah. She's messing up just as bad as Biden. She's a moron.
But yes, I don't really understand the whole Betty White and Clint Eastwood. I think it's because they're just very popular, so people like to throw those names out there.
So when are we doing this thing?
I believe the next episode will get 10 picks. That's what we will do, and we will go over these names and we will showcase why we feel they will be checking out.
Okay, because
Yes.
I don't have a list, and I just
I know.
wanted to make sure.
We don't have. I don't have a list either. I'm just kind of randomly throwing out names that I think we'll be checking out. That's the fun of this show. Sometimes, we just have fun. And of course, Anthony says Betty White is just taunting the hearse with the purple underglow lights now. Robert Duvall, Vic Grimes with Robert Duvall, another actor he might be checking out. Katz Jackson says Gene Simmons.
Yes. Oh my God. What is he, like 90 at this point?
He's
Still
pretty ancient at this time.
putting on makeup and
He's
heels
pretty
and
old.
costumes. He's gonna break a hip on stage.
And Katz Jackson says William Shatner. Good pick. CM5891 says Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Rush Limbaugh was Jim Morrison. Well, Rush Limbaugh, I don't think he was Jim Morrison at all.
Yeah, no.
Rush Limbaugh was just,
Chris Christie is Jim Morrison.
Oh my goodness. Oof. It's been quite an entertaining night, by the way, Mike.
Oh my God, dude, this is like one of the best shows we've ever done.
It's been fun, right?
Oh Lord.
Christopher
my
Walken.
ribs actually hurt from laughing so much.
So your ribs are hurting from laughing and not from the priest then?
That's right.
Good,
So
okay.
my other parts, my other internal organs.
Very
hurt
nice.
from the station.
So yeah, Mike, I think we sort of did enough here. We had a great time. I think it's time to sort of slowly shut it down now. It's been a great time. We were here for a good time, not a long time, even though we were here for a long time.
We've been here for over 3 hours at this point.
Yes, we kind of did everything for the listeners out there. We have entertained them. We gave them the reach around. We've done everything here. But folks, yes, if you want bonus content of this program, please go to michaeldecon.com and you'll see some links there. That's patreon.com/Michael Decon. And yes, that is where gold falls from the sky. That's where you'll find bonus content of the Michael Decon program. Go there. michaeldecon.com is actually just where you find info on the show and where you can donate through PayPal, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we are on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and so many other places, by the way, where you can find the show. And speaking of which, let me just tell you those places, like Spotify. I forgot to mention, very popular, and of course Podbean, Overcast, and Castbox, another personal favorite of mine. And by the way, Mike, I do want to give a shout out to some of the other countries that do tune into this incredible program, by the way. Like the UK, we have a large percentage of listeners out there that do tune in. So we do appreciate those in the UK, and of course those in Canada, Australia, Ireland, Sweden, Germany, Netherlands, New Zealand, France, Spain, Norway, and Denmark. Mike, I can't believe I remembered all this shit off the top of my head, especially under my condition. That's even more impressive. If only you knew. But yes, that is the sign of a professional. And Mike, any closing words you'd like to use before we wrap it up here tonight?
Yes. First and foremost, thank you everyone for listening tonight, both live and anybody listening to the podcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Decon, for having me on as your co-host. You know, I love doing the show with you, and I always have a wonderful time. Thank you everyone for calling in, and for those who called me a laughing hyena and other names tonight, thank you very much. I hope you all
Go, God rules.
go jump in a lake.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds. I had every right and authority to declare the White House as holy ground because I was standing there, and where I stand is holy.
To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God. And I won't do that.
We are in a spiritual war right now. Let every demonic network that has aligned itself against the purpose, against the calling of President Trump, let it be broken. Let it be torn down in the name of Jesus.
You want me to tell you what my thoughts are? The thoughts of the King of Kings, the thoughts of the Lord of Lords. I'm downloading heaven.
Ugh.
Oh, you love that, Mike. You love it like you love Joe Biden.
Right? Yes. I am Paula, who is pretty. Well, maybe I'm not going to be pretty when I'm 90 years old.
Here's this former messed up Mississippi girl who lived in a trailer that they called trailer trash. Daddy committed suicide.
Okay, enough of that, Mike. I don't want to torture you here, but yes, Mike, once again, I do want to thank you for being a part of the program. It's been a good time, Mike. I've had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope all the listeners had fun. Definitely check out Mike's work. Mike, go ahead and say goodnight to the world, Mike.
Good night, everybody.
Very nice. Mike, once again, thank you for being a part of the program. I'll talk to you on the other side, my friend.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you next time. Be good. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, bro. And there he goes, boys and girls. That was the one and only Mike Hideous. Give him a round of applause. He survived the program. We all survived. Give yourself a round of applause. We didn't die of COVID. We didn't have a heart attack during the show. We all made it together in the end. Isn't that lovely? Yes. Thank all of you so much for being a part of the program. It's been fun. What can I say? Once again, patreon.com/Michael Decon. That is where you'll find more bonus content, folks. Definitely go there. We would love that. And we love all of you out there. Thank you for listening. Well, we don't really love you all that much. We love you just a tiny bit, like a teaspoon. But it still counts. It's the thought that counts. And of course, Christmas around the corner. It's the thought that counts. It really is. It really is. Even if you just give someone a card or maybe a piece of gum. Who knows? It's the thought that counts. It really is. Yes, Anthony, lit, pilled, and based. That is true. We are all of the above. And again, I want to thank everyone out there for hanging out with us here tonight. The callers were awesome. Really love that. We really do. We love all the callers. That was fun. See, it's usually pretty fun when we have a mixture of listeners, callers out there. We like that. And of course, don't be afraid to call in. Next time we do this, don't be scared. We don't bite too hard. Definitely call in. We would appreciate that. Once again, whatever it is that you do choose to believe, now is the time to adapt. All control has been lost, and definitely we are looking into the abyss without a rescue party in sight. That is very true. And as I like to say, there is nothing more frightening than reality. Did you hear my stomach, by the way? It's growling. Once again, there's nothing more frightening than reality, and I hope you well out there, wherever it is you may be in this island Earth. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night, everybody.
Have you thought of breaking through? Ain't it part of what you do? Catch a victim while he's dumb. Break his larynx with your time. And it's time to get high. Well, this ain't no goddamn dream. It's exactly what it seems. Wake up today just to lay back down and say, I won't be coming back. Let's call it a heart attack. Give me some of that knack. This is just a final payback. They all flipped on me, took my passions, left me be. When I had a place to sit, a goddamn attitude to fit. Talk real smooth, knew where to spit. But things have changed and I've quit. Got nothing to look forward to but a backlash full of lies. You're too late for where you're going. This is fate, the whistle's blowing. It's much too late. It's all too late. You're much too late. Like a piss hole punk with his nose turned up and a fragrance all your own. Tell me what it's like to be alone. And let's not forget the skull-faced prick who offers fix to your face. He dropped out of the subhuman race. Sad. Boo-hoo. I'm goddamn glad that piece of shit was just a fad. Tell me, boy, where were you? What's your story? I mean, really. Where have you been? Was it the big time and full of sin? Tell me what you saw. The chasing dragons down the hall. So now I find you just the same. A generation full of games. I hear the whispers. I see traps to break my legs. Where are you going, boy? Where have you been? You're too late for where you're going. This is fate. The whistle's blowing. It's much too late. It's much too late. You're much too late. You're much too